Good. Okay, hello and welcome to the Friday Night Social with me and Mike Dix. How you doing, Mike?
I'm all right, Graham. Thanks very much. Welcome back.
Yeah, we might be joined by others later. Not Aid though, because he's cried off. He says he needs his beauty sleep, which I can understand. So, we are going to be talking about the end of the world tonight, and we're just saying we think the world's going to end in the most stupid way imaginable. It's going to be beyond daft. I think this is my prediction. What do you think, Mike?
Pathetic. Yeah, I think it'll just be pathetic. Half the world won't even notice. The other half will deny it even happened. Yeah, and then it will all be too late, basically.
Yeah. There will be like burning to death in this big like cacophony of misery and suffering, and they'll be like, "It's not really happening. I'm not really on fire.
It's just natural. It happens all the time."
Quick, Joe Rogan, tell me if I'm on fire or not. And Joe Rogan will go, "Oh yeah." And like Joe Rogan, he's kind of like he's like the idiot abroad, isn't he? He's really thick and he doesn't understand stuff and he gets caught out by stuff all the time. And I think people used to like him because he was a bit left wing. And now, like a lot of these left wingers, they've seen there's no money in being left wing. Russell Brand and all. Do you know what I mean? He wrote a whole book, no one bought it. And so he went, "Oh, do you know what? Going to start the right wing grifts."
And what's going on with the Young Turks as well with Cenk and
I don't know. Tell me. Go on. Tell me more. Tell me more.
I was trying to follow it up. Wayne was mentioning it the other day, basically, and it looks like Cenk has sort of gone to the right. Although the story that's going around the internet is that he's starting to become a Trump fan. He's basically saying that he's changed his mind about Trump, and now he thinks Trump represents the working class Americans.
A billionaire rapist. Yeah, because all working class people are billionaires and rapists.
Yeah. So I think what his line is, and I could be absolutely getting him wrong, but I think what his line is that he's basically anti-elite. He's not left or right. He's anti-elite, and Trump is anti-elite. So he's now siding with Trump.
Privately educated Trump, who avoided going to Vietnam
cabinet
because his dad was rich. Dad gave him a small business investment of $15 trillion to get started.
Here's the thing with the
not let out flats to black people.
But the thing is, you and I have gone through this existential crisis since the Labour Party won the election. Yeah, it's like, what do we do now? We know we're still against an awful lot of things. We still want things to change, but you want to be a bit less hard on Starmer's government at the beginning, certainly. And then you start thinking, what am I doing? Trump got re-elected. I've spent 10 years. I've been running the Trumpton account now for 10 years.
Yeah.
And it's, what have we achieved in all of this? Did we shut Farage up? No, he became an MP. Did we get rid of Trump? No, he became president again. We're like failing upwards constantly. So you look at the young Turks, and you think maybe if they're facing 4 years with a media network that they've already got, why not just go MAGA for 4 years and
make loads of money? Yeah, clean up.
Talking of MAGA,
talking of MAGA, it's our tamed American. Oh no!
What is this talking of MAGA? What? No,
no. We're just joking. We're joking. It obviously. No, we're just talking about how apparently the Young Turks have turned to Trump.
I've heard about this.
Not great.
No, and it's really weird because obviously they spent many years being very anti-Trump, and I don't understand the whole sort of like switch up of the grift. Clearly a grift.
We're just saying that the right's got more money than the left, so that's probably why. Talking of money, Putin has just thrown £5 in the super chat fund. Thank you so much. First bit of money of the month.
We don't know. Just swing off to the right.
No, we don't.
I gotta say, Graham. I gotta say, anybody who's angry at the Christmas tree in London needs to take a look at your Christmas tree right now.
Yeah,
and understand that
we just did that while Mike was while we were talking to Mike. we got a big piece of tinsel, but it's like for the main tree, and so it'd be too big to put on there apparently. Maybe I'll just ask Kat to bring one.
It's impressive.
That's great. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. I just realised the super chat isn't showing not the super chat. The chat is showing the chat from earlier today. So I'm just going to change that and make it go like this. Ta-da! There you go. Puninator, thank you very much for the super chat, mate. Don't be silly. The world won't end. Humanity will, but we've had a decent run. The planet will still be here, hurtling through space as the new Mars. Okay, let's say the end of the world as we know it. So we're talking about the end of the world as we know it.
To be fair, Puninator, for another 5 billion years, and then
the
world will end.
Well, it's interesting because although the sun will expand, it won't blow up, it will expand to beyond our orbit, and so you will think that the Earth will get swallowed up. But no, we will get pushed away like a gust of wind on the gravitation, on the gravity of
But here's the thing, Graham. It's 5 billion years. Will we give a shit?
No.
So it doesn't really matter.
Personally,
we'll all be living on Mars in Elon Musk's capital city.
Oh, getting irradiated every day. Our pelvises
AI
turning into pumice stone, because that's what happens. You get lots of little holes in your bones on Mars.
When it comes to Musk, do you get this feeling that we're going to be witnessing a really huge fall of somebody who is really putting themselves on a pedestal right now? Like, he's not going to sustain the influence and power he believes himself to have right now.
No.
I don't know. Do you know what, Scott? Maybe a year ago, I might have agreed with you, but Donald Trump coming back from the political death that should have come from January the 6th has just made me think that these bastards are unstoppable. Murdoch is still alive. He's still alive, Scott. He must drink the blood of unicorns to keep him going. Like, how is that? How is he still alive?
He did lose a court case, though, didn't he, recently? So that he can't just hand over the empire to Lachlan.
He just wants to give it to the one fascist child he's got. He's got to give it to all the children.
Doesn't want it to go to Elizabeth in particular, I think.
But yeah, so we're talking about the end of the world, and we just thought that the end of the world would be immensely silly. We just thought it would be a really silly thing.
It's really appealing.
That would take us all out.
Why don't we just spend the podcast just trying to work out when it will happen? Give some people some hope.
When it will happen?
I reckon March 15th. I
think it will happen the day after we solve climate change, so we finally get to net zero. And the climate machines that are supposed to pull the CO2 out of the atmosphere, actually from the top of Everest or something, start to work, right? And we're like, yes, we solved climate change. And then a massive meteor, like an asteroid in the shape of a huge dildo, just smashes into the Earth and kills us all. That'll be it.
Perfect.
Shaped, right?
Piloted by dinosaurs that left the planet 65 million years ago. Fuck
we're
you,
back.
Humans.
We're back, motherfuckers. We're back.
Graham, where are you, man?
I'm home. I'm in Durham.
You're back home.
Yeah,
it's
home.
To see your actual home.
It is weird to see my actual. It's weird for me to see my actual. But also, I don't have my green screen behind me because before I left, I had to tidy up this room because my desk kind of took it over a little bit. So I put the desk in the corner of the room. And when I got back, Kat's like, "You're not moving it around again to what you had with the green screen behind you." So this is
can't just
reality behind me now. I've got a little
badger. You can't go away for a month and then just put everything back the way it was before you left.
You just can't.
This is how it goes nowadays with relationships, isn't it? You go away for 4 weeks to try and save an island off the Panama coast. And your partner has just said, "I'm just going to move your studio out to the garden shed." That's what
and that's where it's staying.
And when I say garden shed, I mean skip.
To be fair, I moved it before I left because I wanted to leave it quite tidy. But I did get back to find that our trampoline had just done a few somersaults, ironically enough, across the garden. I was lying upside down.
Well, the weather last weekend while you were away.
Yes, so I had to put that back. But they said, isn't there a joke about it's the time of year when you either lose or gain a trampoline? I think if we just had a normal garden...
Do you think, just working this out, is it the butterfly effect? You raising the level of your island
Yes.
Did that like start a minor tsunami which caused
It's
Storm
caused-
Dara, which blew your trampoline?
It blew my trampoline. That's
Two of
exactly
them.
what happened.
Well, there's two storms. Well, there's Darren and another one.
Mm.
I
Do
can't
you want to hear the
remember.
best thing ever? Sorry, I got some good news for you. All right, it's not really good news.
Oh.
Right, so do you know the Bee Gees, the band?
Mm.
There was a documentary. There was a Netflix documentary about the Bee Gees. Right, this was pointed out by my friends who I stayed with in Toronto. And at the very end, it's got Barry Gibb, is the one still with us, and he's singing at Glastonbury in 2017. And the last shot of this 2-hour documentary is the crowd at Glastonbury, and there's a massive yellow flag which says in big friendly blue letters, "Bollocks to Brexit," and that's my flag. I was like, oh my god, I'm in the Bee Gees documentary. There you go, that's my good news.
Brilliant.
Sorry, I got nothing else for you. Everything else is shit.
Bloody hell. How long have you been back, Graham?
I got back to Durham last night.
Okay, so you've had like a proper night's sleep, or
Yes, I had the proper night's sleep last
or...
night, but then I did get woken up at like 7 this morning. So I've had,
Right.
even though for me it was 2 o'clock in the morning because I was 5 hours behind. So yeah, it's a bit difficult, but
Yeah.
you know, jet
Graham,
lag.
have you seen Wayne's super chat?
Yes. Sorry, I was about to come to that. I was engrossed in our conversation about jet lag.
It's just about to go off the screen.
Wayne, thank you so much for the £10, mate. As part of the new EU and South American trade agreement, is Ginger Island now a part of the EU? Well, no, I'm afraid not, because Panama broke away from Colombia a long, long time ago, over 100 years ago, mostly because the Americans wanted to build their canal. And they said, hey, why didn't you go separate? Why didn't you become separatists? Why didn't you all be a separate country? Because Colombia had said no to the Americans building the canal. Because the French had tried and it killed over 20,000 people. And the government in Colombia were like, no, we're not going to kill any more people, America. And they're like, we're totally going to kill more people.
So is Panama now not part of the South American trade?
No, it's not part of Mercosur. No, it's not part of Mercosur. Right. I don't think so. Because that is literally South America.
What are you drinking?
Coffee.
You just keep pouring it in.
I know. I've got a flask to keep it hot. Otherwise, it goes cold within 2 seconds in this house. It's freezing. Anyway, no, I think Panama could be part of Mercosur. I don't think it is, but it could be. Belize and Guyana are both parts of the mainland. And they're both in CARICOM, the Caribbean community. So there you go. And BUF, you might want to know any news on whether Ginger Island will be joining BRICS. Will it be joining BRICS? Will it? I don't think so.
You should probably make contact at least.
How can
Russia.
you put a J in the word BRICS? BRICS.
What's that?
BRICS. BRICS, Bristol, Rome,
Bristol, Romford,
Islamabad, Cyprus, and Syria. It's a trade block of just random places. Talking
Syria
of
is not
Syria,
the strongest partner at the moment.
Talking of Syria, they just had a revolution that just came out of nowhere, didn't it? You know, you're walking along one day as a healthcare CEO, minding your own business, and the next day, bang! You know, the government of Syria has fallen, and al-Assad, whose family have ruled the country with an iron fist for 50 years, have been ousted. And there's really shocking footage of people emerging from these tortured prisons who haven't seen daylight in years. It's like, bloody hell. You know, sometimes you hear about these horrific dictators around the world, and there's you don't want to think that it's that bad. You go, oh, well, is it that bad? Is it? Yes, it really was.
Well, not to constantly plug you, Graham, but when you visited Syria, how did you find it?
I've been to Syria twice. I went first in 1999, a very long time ago, and that was when al-Assad's dad was still in charge. And there was pictures of him everywhere. That was the most oppressive thing about it. Like every single lamppost, you know, like driving down the street will have a picture of the president on it. You walk into a shop, there's a picture of the president. You get into a car and they've got like a picture of the president hanging down from the rearview mirror. Honestly, like it was just like, oh my God, I can't escape this guy. And it was him. And there weren't too many pictures of al-Assad who's just legged it. His older brother, I think, was supposed to become president, but he died in like a motor accident.
He died, didn't he?
But there was a picture of him like doing a sort of Poundland Che Guevara thing with like aviator sunglasses on, and that picture of him was everywhere. He was a martyr, apparently a martyr to, I don't know, a martyr to motor vehicle collisions.
Being murdered by his brother or something.
Maybe. But like the thing with al-Assad, he looks like such a weedy little weirdo. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't look like your classic strongman dictator.
I think it'll come out that his English wife was the real dictator. Wouldn't
surprise me. Did she go to Russia as well? Is she being hid away? Yeah. So Scott,
apparently there's a big problem in the Foreign Office trying to work out if she tries to come here. Because she's still a British citizen.
Yeah.
So Scott, you've still got friends and family over in the States, haven't you?
I've got some friends over there still, that I'm in touch with. I haven't spoken to them much though recently.
Oh, have you not spoken to them about the sexy assassin?
No, I haven't.
Gauge their opinion on the matter. I mean, murder's wrong, right? Okay, killing is wrong, but if you kill someone and the butterfly effect is it saves 500,000 lives.
Yeah, I it's very strange little phenomenon that's happened there.
It's almost the perfect American storm.
It is.
It's got guns, a hot
TikTok life in American capitalism.
Yeah, it may well start the dialogue in America to go, what the fuck have we been doing about healthcare, basically?
Yeah. But they're told that our healthcare system is awful over here. And unfortunately, like I have to say, after the Tories have been in charge of it for 14 years, it's not as good as it was. But
I can vouch for the fact it's not brilliant.
Yeah. But it's still preferable to a system that has the most expensive health treatment in the world, but also one of the worst outcomes. The life expectancy in America has been dead for years. Static, I should say. And infant mortality, deaths in pregnancy, like any metric you want to measure your health system, America's really not good. It's really not a good way of doing it.
It's just I was looking at my personal situation at the moment. I've got a secondary cancer. If I was in America, the chemotherapy that I take for my leukemia would cost £143 a day.
Whoa.
And I'd need to get insurance to cover that. And then getting a secondary cancer while I've already got cancer and making a claim against my insurance, I'd go bankrupt at that point. It would be medical bankruptcy because they wouldn't insure me for the second cancer.
Not only do you have the trauma of having cancer and being treated for it, you've also got the trauma of having to deal with all this financial bullshit.
You'd have to go out fundraising to try and pay for it. And it makes you, the system makes you sort of understand why they've got so many guns. Because it's like it's the easiest way out, basically.
Yes. Yeah.
Pain. Bang. Basically.
Yeah. There's I think the stats are that there's just as many suicides as there are homicides with guns in America. And then the rest of the numbers taken up by accidents, which are mostly children. Where they pick up their mummy or daddy's gun and they think it's a toy. And it's not. Diz says, watch Sicko by Michael Moore. It showed the NHS in the early noughties. It looked amazing. I mean, look, we could still have a good experience on the NHS. I've had a decent experience in the last few years.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking the NHS. My treatment's going fine.
I was shocked last week. I've had this ear infection, so I went to the doctor to talk to him about this ear infection. It's driving me crazy, so all I can hear is ringing in my left side for a while. And I just basically went to get some sort of steroid antibiotic drops or something to help me out. But I mentioned the fact that I put on quite a bit of weight in the last few years, and a little concerned about it. Well, it took my blood pressure. Yeah, I have high blood pressure, and
Shit.
I'm also a candidate for um, weight loss surgery,
Christ.
which is like I knew I was big, but I didn't think I was that big. Um, they said, "Do you want to see a specialist about it?" And I was like, "You know what? All right, go on now. I'll go and
Mm.
have the appointment," thinking that this isn't going to happen for 6 months, right? I have an appointment on the 13th of January.
That's
Wow.
not bad.
That's not bad.
It absolutely
You
shocked
know,
me.
me and Tan have both got our long-awaited ADHD assessments in
Yeah.
January, and it might be
Cool.
the Labour effect. I don't know, but you know, someone's got their
I tell
finger
you
out.
what, just from personal experience, the consultants in the cancer wards are working 7 days a week at the moment.
Wow.
Right.
It is to try and catch up on these waiting lists.
I'm about to buy one of these.
Yeah, I love those.
And no wonder you got high blood pressure with everything that's going on, Scott. You need to stop watching the news. We were just talking about this because Mike was saying,
I don't watch BBC or anything like that.
Well, Mike was saying, "Are you much more relaxed on the island, just talking about stuff, Joe, philosophizing?" And I was like, "That was so much nicer," because I was just a little bit. I was one step away from whatever was happening because I wasn't reading the news. It wasn't coming up on TV or anything.
You didn't know what you were supposed to be outraged about.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And just taking that step back, and I had a fair idea of what was happening, but just it was good. It was good for my soul because honestly, after Trump's win, it was just all really getting on top of me quite badly.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if it was a good idea to go to the island because I thought I'm going to be on my own. And
that's why I took a break from the news and stuff like that. I can't. My brother watches it. And it'd be on. I'll walk by and CNN or Sky News will be on, and I just kind of look at it and just roll my eyes and just continue on with my day. I think a lot of news I get is from sort of social media more than anything else, and I think I am literate enough to sort of separate the wheat from the chaff. Do you know what I mean? So I know I can get an idea of
what's going on.
What's actually going on, and yeah, I think the blood pressure.
Yeah, you probably missed
definitely my weight gain. Sorry,
you probably missed the martial law in South Korea because that was the 2-hour story. Basically.
I saw that because my brother was like, "There's martial law in South Korea," and I was like, "Why?" And then it was over. So
very efficient.
It was ridiculous. What it really does come across though is that with the mainstream sort of media, which is fine, we all accept it. There's mainstream media. In that they're so hungry for the next story that's going to capture people and keep them on that channel. They're so it almost looks really desperate. So like that thing that happened in Korea, like it seemed like, well, it's martial law, and this is going to be big and the implications. Donald Trump and Keir Starmer, blah blah blah. It's like it feels so desperate to make a really big deal out of maybe something that wasn't as big of a deal. Do you know what I mean?
You find that a lot though, don't you, with like political YouTube channels?
Yeah.
The title screens are always like devastating blow to Trump, and you go, really?
No, not really.
No, that's the Midas Network. Trump defeated in Mortal Kombat. They ripped his head off and spat out his spine and
destroyed.
You click the link and it's just like, he said the wrong word, and you're like, anyway, we've got new folk. We've got new folks. So I'm trying to get on to One Angry Pagan here. So Puninator, thank you very much for that. Graham, can we get One Angry Pagan a link like last week? Yes, I'm working on that now. But Darren and Wayne have entered the room. How are you doing, guys? You okay?
No, not bad. Yourself?
I'm all right. I'm good. Wayne, what are you doing? Are you sleeping in the car? What's happening? Are you in your Audi?
Right now, George. I'm just on my way back home. And then I'll be firing up my my full kit so I can be on proper. But
Oh, cool.
Sad, isn't it?
Is that a
He
yellow
really-
jacket, Wayne?
He really is living in his car and he's calling in saying, "Don't worry, I'll be back at the studio soon."
Fuck
Be all
off,
right.
Mike.
Are you at a traffic light right now?
No, right. Let's do a thing, right?
Wayne's
Let's do a
actually
thing.
driving.
So
He's
I'm
right up
in my
someone's
motor.
arse on
I'm
the
truly
M1.
driving. I
He
know.
knows it.
Right, here we go. Right?
Oh, you
So,
can get out in the middle of
red
traffic
car.
now. Okay.
It's right there.
Is that
I
your car?
It's the
I
Audi.
literally just popped to the shop.
Wayne, how'd you fit in that car?
And you
You're
can
like
you can
6'3".
sleep in that car park all night. That's all right, is it? As long as you keep changing car parks, you're okay.
Dude, you're 6'3". How do you fit in that car?
You absolute cunts.
Oh, we're demonetised. Oh, he's done it. He's done it. He's only bloody done it. I don't
Why
know.
is it left wing
Right,
media
no,
can't make any
I'll
money?
be back.
Yeah, it's because Wayne and his potty mouth.
5 minutes. 5
He
minutes.
just takes
5
the
minutes.
money right out of your pocket, Graham. He really does.
He does. It's funny because
Yeah,
it's true.
I'm still yet to see a penny of that fucking monetization, so I don't give a shit.
Oh my God, you don't get any of it, especially the fact that you're taking it away from him. You owe him more money than he earns from this channel because of your mouth.
Oh no,
Wayne, have you not been getting the checks?
no, bro.
Funnily enough,
I
you
only
don't
sent
get
him the
the
rubber
check.
checks,
The
the ones that bounce.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, they're the royalties.
You're the one with the potty mouth.
I paid off my mortgage from doing this, Wayne.
So you've got to be a Graham fluffer to get some money.
Yes, yes.
Listen,
Not
listen,
in your
don't talk
in
about
your
my
in
big
your
job like that.
in your Audi Quattro with your dirt
Yeah, it's
Vertsprung
pretty tasty,
technique. What
It's pretty tasty.
is it?
Does it?
Oh,
It looks very cool, Wayne.
Yes.
so Essex, isn't it?
Yeah, but I've got to
So
go
Essex.
home and fire up me other bit of kit.
So he just came on here to do the see you next Tuesday word, and now he's pissing off.
Demonetize
God,
this.
people just came on to demonetize us.
I'm literally going home to set up my actual rig and
Yeah.
then,
Really demonetize you.
Typical Essex behaviour, this, Wayne.
I'm going to be dropping C-bombs everywhere.
Is this why everyone thinks that
Wayne.
Wayne's a Tory?
This is the revenge of the Tory. Yes, 100%.
Yes.
It just dives in, screws everything up, and then we have to fix it.
Yes.
And Wayne, is that jacket yellow?
What's that?
Is that a yellow jacket?
No, it's just a.
This is Wayne. You're having a Scott intervention here, I think.
Yeah. You're getting queer eyed.
This outfit, this needs to stop.
This outfit's not working for Scott.
Oh, Jesus!
Yeah.
The whole lumberjack look.
Who is
Wayne?
this fucking prick?
You can't be a lumberjack in Basildon. It's not going to work for you.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got a super chat, Wayne. Thank you. From Darian the Star, who says, "Oh Wayne, Diaster." Darian Diaster says, "Oh Wayne, ... swear jar." Anyway, so yeah.
Oh,
Right.
Wayne.
I'm
Oh,
going
Wayne.
home.
You're gonna drive now. You drive safely.
I'm coming back in.
Cool.
So fuck you all. I'll be in a bit.
See you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Wayne.
We're trimming the
Okay.
tree.
Look, it's looking better than the tree in London already.
This is like
Let's go.
this is like our own version of a Christmas movie, isn't it? This is
This is gorgeous.
You dickheads.
Yeah, there you go. Look at this.
Silent night. Holy night.
Scott,
This looks
please,
way better now.
Spare us.
Yeah.
Proper Christmas.
Tom.
Happy
Close.
Winterval.
Carol H.
Happy Winterval to all the gams out there. Happy holidays.
Oh,
You can't
Oh,
say
yes.
Christmas these days, or you
Oh,
put you in
don't
jail.
say
you can't. You can't. Although, next year Trump's back in power, we can say Christmas again. So that'll be
Oh yeah, I forgot.
He
Oh, yeah,
saved
we're
the
allowed
world
to
again.
record.
It's the one,
Yeah.
the one good thing. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
So we-
Okay.
Darren, we've been talking about the end of the world until Wayne came along.
Yes.
Oh,
Then
God.
it turned into the end of monetization.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's the
Thanks,
end of
sweetie.
the channel.
Yeah.
What's going on?
How
What?
are you anyway?
It's the end
Do
of
you
the
have,
world
do you have
as
any
we know
pet
it.
theories, Darren, how the world's going to end? We think
Yeah.
it's going to be slightly pathetic.
Dafter
That's
the better.
Oh, yeah, they were talking about the end of the world before I shut up, Darren.
Boris Johnson's going to be Prime Minister again.
Oh
Oh,
God.
God, no, come on.
No, but
That'll be the end of the world.
no. But the narrative at the moment is Nigel Farage will become the next prime minister. Apparently, I mean, it's all I can't get over.
Okay,
It's
so
4 years from now, you guys don't think he's not going to mess up in some way, shape, or form?
two hobbits are going to carry Nigel Farage to this volcano. They're going to throw him in the volcano, and then that volcano is going to explode. But it's going to be like a super volcano, and that's going to destroy all life on Earth.
Do you think that volcano might do what you remember that when Luke Skywalker went to meet Yoda and R2D2
Dagobah.
that's Dagobah system, that's it. You know, where R2D2 fell in that swamp and that monster took one chomp and thought, I'll have a chomp on that. Next thing you're with
I think that's what the volcano would do to Farage.
Nigel, yeah,
just spit him out, going, oh.
Well, no, his own flatulence will propel him out of the volcano itself. The two gases will not be congruent. They won't be able to mesh together. So it'll be more of an explosion.
Okay. Here's the thing, right? I've been told all my life that alcohol and smoking are bad for you. So what can I say? Come on, alcohol. Come on, cigarettes. Do your thing.
Yes.
Do your thing. Do your thing, please.
Yeah.
Who's this?
What? We've got one angry pagan. He's very dark. Hello.
Yeah.
You turn the light on.
Well, to be fair, my original name was Shadowito, which meant Shadow Wise Man. So
Okay.
Oh.
It's just that you look like a Crime Watch reenactment, or we're interviewing someone from the IRA in the early 90s, and they had to get someone else to do the voice. Do you remember that? Do you remember when Jerry Adams was on the news and they had to have someone else dubbing his voice? Like a manga
looked like someone I would have
cartoon.
hung out with when I was in my
remember.
late 20s and early 30s.
hey, look, it's the aesthetic as well. Look, my
100%.
badger in my set.
Even a badger hat.
Are you in a shed? Because you're wearing like a huge coat.
No, I'm in my bedroom. You see the shield behind me?
It's an armory,
Yes.
I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're clearly a LARPer.
Yeah. No. This is historical stuff rather than LARP.
Oh,
Hema,
are
not
they really
LARP.
coming for you?
All right, so I have a
Historical
question,
martial
one
arts.
angry pagan. Is
I
the
live for the
makeup
makeup though. I'm not
permanent?
gonna lie. I love it. I love it.
Is it permanent, or did you put it on specially for tonight?
Oh, I put it on just in case. I've got the winter symbols because my last name, and it's winter, and it being a Friday, Freaks Day, I put the Anglo-Saxon F.
I feel very underdressed.
Completely.
Look, I wouldn't expect anyone to get this.
I literally feel like I'm living in summer.
I didn't get the memo.
I have a question for one angry pagan. Do you have the Sword of Omens, and does it give you sight beyond sight?
No, but I do have a longer sax.
Ooh.
Well, sir, your sword is quite long.
Yes.
Scott is impressed with the length and girth of your sword.
How long does it take for us to get to double entendre with Scott?
And listen, the pagans are very sexually liberated.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone agrees with that.
You do you. We don't care.
Yeah. I've seen Midsummer.
Oh,
I saw Vikings. I saw Vikings.
George thinks that the end of the world will be a bit like the ending of Game of Thrones. So a bit of a letdown all around. It's like, really? That's it? Is that it? That is it. There's no more of that.
Right?
Okay. Yeah, I could see that. We're heading that way, though.
The final book. There will be that.
How is Trump still alive, or Orange Mugabe, as I like to call him? How is he still alive?
Did you see him at that Notre Dame thing and no one wanted to sit next to him? They all kept looking at him like he farted.
It looked like he'd shit himself, didn't it?
He's
an agent of Loki.
He does wear
the guy's an agent of Loki. Like Loki will keep propping him up whilst he causes mischief.
Oh, okay. Is that what's keeping him alive, not the blood of dead unicorns?
I can't explain it otherwise.
Fair enough. It's well, what I was thinking is there was a guy, a famous cannibal king of Fiji who lived in the 1800s called Andre, and he ate over 800 people in his life.
Wow.
But he thought, and every time he ate someone, he'd leave a white stone outside his house. So
and that girl who did 100 guys thought she did something, eh? Right.
Oh my god, that's actually such a sad story.
800 people, did she? God,
no.
But giving her all this attention.
Well, she kind of did, I think.
Yeah, he ate it, but he believed.
He ate millions, mate.
He believed that if he ate 1,000 people, he would gain immortality. So I think that's what Murdoch's done.
So he died.
Yeah, so he died. But you can imagine, like, it must have been every day he'll come back from work and he'd be like, "Oh, what's for dinner tonight, love?" And she'd be like, "Oh, it's human."
George.
George.
Human flesh.
Frankie.
Yeah.
Tessa.
Berries for dinner tonight. We got berries tonight, berries tomorrow, Frank on Saturday.
Can't we just for once have a Sunday roast for a change?
Yeah. Yeah. We've got Put an A to saying, "You do you." Thank you very much for the super chat. Sounds like a slogan for masturbation. Yeah, well, don't not masturbation. It's sex with someone I love. Woody Allen. One man orgy.
Beat yourself, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes. Beat yourself senseless. Guys, the right-wing nutters.
I have done.
The right-wing nutters told us how Trump does it. Child blood nonsense. Oh, okay. So they're making blood libel against the Trump now.
I leave that to the Satanist Christians, you know.
And we already said that Murdoch is eating drinking the blood of unicorn.
Yes, yeah, I'm fairly convinced.
Has he been to Scotland? I didn't know he went to Scotland.
He is.
Unicorns from Scotland.
It's where unicorns.
Unicorns are from Scotland. The
He's
national animal of Scotland.
It's like when you come to Cornwall, you got to beware of the piskies.
Yeah, and the national.
It's like the dragon is the national like animal for
Wales. Yeah, and the lion, which comes from Essex, is the national.
Literally,
symbol of
on TikTok Live, where
3 lines actually
trying to explain about the history and Wales, and someone actually killing a dragon. I was like, does this guy really think dragons actually existed?
Well,
Jordan Peterson does. And he's got a funny voice, so you should definitely listen to what he's got to say.
How can anyone pay attention to anything Jordan Peterson's got to say? Like,
because he sounds like he's authoritative.
Like Kermit when he's on the stair and he says he's not all the way upstairs, he's all the way downstairs.
Wayne and I are working on a plan to develop a left-wing Jordan Peterson persona for me.
Oh, cool. You need to change your voice though and make it more annoying.
Just going to wear suits.
How'd you Kermit the Frog impressions?
I thought Anne Widdecombe had a really annoying voice, and I apologise for Anne Widdecombe. We apologise for her.
Have you just apologised for Anne Widdecombe on behalf of Anne Widdecombe?
She's like my brother had, when he was doing an apprenticeship on the railway, he had his own experience with Anne Widdecombe. And she didn't basically she doesn't like being told to take her feet off the seats. And it was literally, that was how my brother put it to me. It was hilarious.
You know who I am.
So we do apologise for her, but it's like trying to listen to Anne Widdecombe. It's like trying to listen to Jordan Peterson. It's like
and yet people do listen to them.
I can't get
that's another person I wonder why and how they still alive.
And Widdecombe.
She hasn't had sex, mate. And
celibacy
sex is a sexually transmitted disease.
That's
life.
Another one I can't believe is still alive. I mean, especially after he had to be evacuated from his house.
Hey, listen, on the bright side, Dick Van Dyke is still alive and he's literally 1,000 years old. Just quickly, because I want to say this, Ernie Burns brings back the greatest headline from the Star newspaper of all time. That's not a unicorn, that's a donkey with a dildo on its head. Which was an actual headline in the Star a few years ago. Greatest headline of all time.
Sounds like a good night out to me.
Yes, indeed. Jez is saying it's not unicorns, it's haggises. Haggises roam around the Highlands. Wild, hairy haggises. Yeah. Oh, it's Burns night in a month. Oh, that's exciting. Fuck Christmas. We got Burns night.
I've just got the most disturbing image in my head now.
Well, talking disturbing images, Alf Smith. Al Smith has just said Anne Widdecombe looks more like the corpse of Jimmy Savile by the day.
Oh dear. Oh,
I'm not going to be able to get rid of that image now.
Jimmy Savile would have probably had a go at the corpse of Jimmy Savile.
I reckon Jimmy Savile had a go at accident. I bet he tried it on with her.
I imagine so.
He went, come on, Anne. Just give it a go.
You know you want it.
I just can't believe that there was this, there's this guy working for the BBC on MasterChef, and he turned out to be a big wrong 'un. And there was a guy on Strictly Come Dancing. He was working for the BBC, turned out to be a big wrong 'un. There was a guy who read the news. He was the one who told us that the Queen had carked it, and apparently turned out to be a massive wrong un. How does the BBC pick these people? Like, why do they keep doing it? Why do they keep picking people who turn out to be big wrong uns?
I saw, and I'm not going to remember all the names, but I did see a post the other day that they managed to keep a lot of white guys at the BBC in those jobs, even though people knew they were wrong uns.
Oh, nice.
And then there's a number of black guys that made one mistake on the radio or something, and they lost their job instantly. Yeah.
And
like Tim Westwood.
Day and age of equality.
Yeah.
Tim Westwood's white.
Tim Westwood.
That's the joke. No one tell Tim. The bishop's son, privately educated.
Peterborough's son. He went to my school.
Did he?
Tim Westwood did.
Did you privately educated? Are you another one of them?
No, he wasn't privately educated. No,
he's on my list. He's on my list.
He did in the end, I think. Yeah, but he absolutely went to my junior school. So.
He went to your junior school. Okay, I could tell you where he went on my list. Private school, Matthew.
Were you in his class?
No.
Did he talk like a gangster rapper?
No.
Did he talk posh?
He's never
like a
talked
bishop's
like
son?
A gangster rapper, though. He always sounded like a
Tim Westwood.
rapper.
Yeah, but did he sound like a bishop's son?
Nobody from Peterborough spoke like that at all, basically. So. Nobody from Peterborough spoke like I do. So, that's...
I mean, down here, it's a bit more obvious because you got most of us speak with a rotative R, and then you get the private students the kids who just they can't say the sound of an R to save their life.
Where are you?
I'm in Devon, South Devon, Torbay. Originally from Exeter.
Oh, nice.
So it's like
Tim.
One of those where I do speak with a proper R.
Where?
Timmy Bishop's son went to Norwich School, apparently.
Sorry, did you say Torbay?
Yeah, Torbay. Yeah,
Torbay. Not Torbay. Torbay.
No, not T-Bay. Not
T-Bay, because they're really nice services with these fucking awesome sausage rolls on your way up to Scotland on the M6. Can't recommend it enough. Worth going to Scotland just for those sausage rolls.
I've been to Torquay, so I know a little bit down that way.
Wayne is saying Ginger Island is an Airbnb, but fix the USB ports though. That's from Wayne. Yes, it is actually on at USB. What the fuck? It's actually on Airbnb. It's only like 50 quid. It's less than 50 quid a night. It's about $60 a night. But I'm trying to tell people if you want to stay there, listen. There's going to be scorpions. You're going to get bitten to hell by the midges. There's no power after 6 p.m. So good luck keeping your food fresh. And no one keeps getting back to me after that. But I don't want someone going there and dying and then blaming it all on me.
And you've got to take 80 bags of sand to stop yourself from drowning as well.
And 80 tea bags.
Really, your island really is a zoologist's dream. Every time I watch those videos, I was looking at it going, you wouldn't be able to get me up off the floor. I'd be like under every hedge and every bush and oh my God, look at this! Oh,
there's lots of very cool things on the island. But the other islands, the bigger islands, have got even cooler things. I've got howler monkeys on and sloths. And
you got to be wary of howler monkeys though. Does he chuck shit at you?
They do chuck shit at you. They're basically Tory MPs in a tree. If you go too close to them, they'll piss on you. And if you go like even closer, they'll literally shit in your hand and throw it at you, like a Tory MP.
Like a cross between Nigel Farage and Leanderthal.
Yeah. BUFU Mike says, God damn it, Graham's a landlord. Well, technically, yes, I am. Yeah, but I actually pay Ishmael to stay on the island. So I'm paying him to look after
You're growing crops there as well, aren't you?
Yes, I'm a farmer now as well. So
I'd
have to pay inheritance tax or something. even though
so
I'll
when
be
I
dead,
inherit
don't
the
really understand
island
that.
from you,
yes,
and I'm gonna have to pay inheritance.
You're gonna have to pay inheritance tax. It's gonna be the worst thing.
You'll have to
ever.
adopt me first, which will all be a bit weird.
Favoritism.
But yeah, the idea that you pay someone to look after your property, I think that's the way it should be. I've said this before about landlordism. I don't agree with it. I think we really need to rethink our relationship with someone who's looking after our property. Like, why are we asking them for money? No, we should be paying them. That's what I think.
Imagine saying that to a Tory MP. He would absolutely lose his mind.
People from all walks of life. I said it once to someone at the Rejoin March, and they just looked at me like I was from Mars. Do you know what I mean? Like, no. And I went, okay, calm down. And he was so angry at the idea that you should pay your tenants for looking after your shit. He couldn't even get a sentence out. It was amazing. Optimistic nihilist. Thank you very much. Or nihilist. Do you say nihilist or nihilist? Can I have a vote? Nihilist. Okay. As in someone who's in denial. In Egypt. Hey, here's Wayne.
With his rig.
We've got a £20 super chat from Optimistic Nihilist. Since Trump won, thanks for reminding us, many mainstream media outlets are claiming that they are anti-woke or in support of right-wing populism around the world, when they previously denounced it or showed neutrality towards it. The Trump effect. Well, you're not going to get any of that shit on here, because I think that Trump is woke.
Yes, I agree.
I think World War I is woke. The Battle of the Somme is woke.
Yeah.
Yeah? Because women have to have periods and the menopause. Do you know what men have to go through? The fucking Somme. I got up this morning
for that one.
and I had to fight 3 battles of the Somme just to get to the fucking toilet.
Can I just say something that I don't think has been brought up? Graham.
Yes.
You need to have a little flex on Scott.
Oh,
what?
Why? What?
Because you were saying like Trump's going to win.
I did say Trump was going to win
already. You just weren't there.
I did say.
I weren't there to see it.
That doesn't mean you get to watch it again, though, Wayne. Sorry, bro. I'm not doing it again.
I want to relive the horror.
It's bad enough that he won. We don't have to rub salt into the wounds.
Yeah, we should.
I've never wanted to be wrong so much in my life.
Yeah, I missed that.
My reasoning was
optimism and my hope.
Yeah, but my reasoning was that all the billionaires who were evil motherfuckers, all of them wanted him to win.
Have you seen the denialism coming out of the Democrats right now? It is fucking hilarious.
Oh.
What, do they think he's going to not kill them all? Because he's totally going to kill them all.
They're coming up for different reasons as to why they lost. And whenever someone like Bernie turns around and says, well, it's like everything to do with you not addressing, like, you saying middle class. What about lower class? You said nothing for the lower classes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know the class system is a little bit different in America, but like when she talks about middle class, like, that does sound like middle class to where I live, where you're just comfortably well off.
Yeah, you're just there, like on that little sort of level where you're not sort of like falling off the edge. It was also, but you're close.
I honestly don't really blame Kamala. I think she came in at the last minute and she did the best she could. I blame Biden. He should have stepped aside ages ago. But then my American friends were saying last week, I was in Canada, staying with Americans. They were saying, well, the thing is, if he had stood down before, then there would have been a bloodbath for who got the nomination, and that would have been damaging as well. So they were screwed either way.
Pelosi's sticking her boot into AOC at the moment for some nomination for a spot in the in some committee or something. So like that's the other problem here is the establishment Democrats are squashing the younger guys who actually know what they need to do.
Pelosi's intervention on AOC was ridiculous.
What happened? I missed this.
So AOC's been lined up to be head of the standards. I can't remember which committee, basically, but
committee on committee, select committees.
Yeah, and it's one of the more powerful committees, basically. And Pelosi's intervened and said she doesn't think she should. It should be this white guy from California or whatever. And it really strikes me that the difference in our politics is that the Americans don't have leaders, do they? You elect a leader for a campaign, but they have a leadership, and Pelosi is definitely in that leadership elite. But they lost, and regardless of who we blame and how it all went wrong and whatever, they lost that election. And Pelosi was absolutely involved in that process because of Biden's selection. And yet she still manages to pretty much have control of the party after the election. She should just resign.
But you know what? She's so much older than she looks as well. Like, she just needs to go and retire. She is like the Democratic equivalent of the other that really horrible old guy that's Republican.
What's his name?
Donald Trump.
No,
Mitch McConnell.
That geezer needs to be put on a fucking.
He needs to be just put to bed.
Doesn't he keep freezing? Come on, sunshine. Here we go. This is where you need to be. I
honestly think that in the UK and US there has to be a limit, and I think 100%. They have to stop at like the age of 70 or something.
Yeah, and look, I mean, he's well over that age. But Bernie Sanders has announced he's not going to stand at the next election.
He's too old. Yeah. He's too old.
Which is good though. I mean, at least by American standards, he's done a lot better than most of them. He seems to just die in office.
There's not going to be another election. I don't know why the people are deluded.
We can't have 4 years of you being right about that.
For everyone here in the UK, right? Tony Blair went off, fucked up all of the Middle East, and then came back with a sick tan and a lovely pension, right? We don't need to be doing that shit. Like, when people get to sort of like term limits, like, just move them on. Bye-bye.
Yeah, but he's going to change the Constitution. Because the interpretation of the Constitution is what's important. It doesn't matter what's actually written there. And the people who interpret the Constitution are corrupt as fuck, and they're all in his pocket. Well, the majority are in his pocket. So, and
it just, and it just depends on which son he wants to give it to after he decides to go to
daughter.
Alec Barrett says, thank you very much. Who's been a member for 7 months. Well done, mate. Dems lost because they were rubbish. That's it. And Wayne says, not that Wayne Keenan, thank you very much for the super chat. Too many Waynes here. It's distracting. You talking to me? No, lol. Too many Waynes.
Hold up.
Wayne, should we refer to
as Wayne Keenan is the one donating money to the group.
OG Wayne here,
and Wayne Lynch is the one that got you demonetized. I think we should have a little poll, and we should change Wayne's name.
Yes, what should we call Wayne for the rest of the show?
I mean, Rupert is a good Tory name. Would that be?
Oh God! Again, Mike
Jacob.
Tarquin.
Right, Tarquin, that's a great one.
You're all using the
Guinevere.
You're all using the joy of distance.
Theo.
You can't call him a southerner because I'm the real southerner.
I'm not trying to be funny, Wayne. I'm not trying to be funny. If I'll say all this to your face, you'll do nothing. You'll do nothing. You'll just want me. You know what, Wayne? We'll kiss afterwards.
Wayne's just a teddy bear.
Scott, me and you are gonna fucking spoon the life out of each other.
Tarquin, calm down.
Don't make promises you can't keep, Wayne.
Quinius.
Scott's smile is the size of Bournemouth.
I did get very excited. I've gone red. I don't know if you can see. I'm blushing.
Yes. Glowing like Alicia Bacon.
To be fair, me and Scott have actually hugged in real life.
We have. We've touched each other's peepees with it.
Yeah,
you heard it here first.
Yeah,
oh yes.
I think Scott had to go to the toilet and have a little sit down.
Ain't nothing wrong with a sit down wee.
Yeah, you got to keep it clean.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Get on the floor. Sfax Ernie Burns instead of Mitch McConnell, Glitch McConnell.
Quite like that.
It's brilliant.
Didn't Pelosi fall over and break her hip today or something? Is that?
Right,
Did I make that story up, or is that actually happening?
In Luxembourg.
It was when he showed up with at that press conference and he was all purple and shit. And like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Like, go to bed. Go to bed. Go lie down.
Nancy Pelosi is hospitalized after falling down the stairs in Luxembourg.
Are you for real?
Where's me?
Yeah, that's today. It's today's news.
Shut the fuck up.
Sustained an injury in Luxembourg after falling down the stairs. Makes you wonder. It sounds very Russian, doesn't it?
Isn't Mitch McConnell the one that looks like that? He looks like that turtle from like Ice Age or something like that.
Touche turtle. No, the old turtle.
Turtle.
I know who you mean.
Yeah.
In the cartoons, he does look like a turtle. He was like a turd as well.
Tortoise.
Yep. If I was a high up Democrat, I would get out. I would so get out of America for the first 100 days of Trump's rule, just to see what he does.
Well, hasn't Biden just pardoned like 1,500 people?
Yeah. What's that?
Yeah, like something.
Well, he's given clemency.
Like
non-violent crimes or something.
Yeah, non-violent crimes. People who are in jail for like cannabis when cannabis is illegal in the States, and it's all that lot. But I mean,
if I was Biden, I'd go full fucking Oprah. You get a car. You get a car.
Yeah, right. You get a pardon.
Well, isn't he doing that with Ukraine though? Like, you can have this missile now. You can have this bunch of fund. We're going to try and push an extra 7 billion to you before Trump comes in. Like, why didn't you do this before? You fucking spineless twat.
and then walks out on the 19th of January. Just mic drops. Just like, fuck you, prick.
No, but he could have done so much more. He could have done a lot. He could have done a lot more, especially with the power that the Supreme Court have given him to make him above the law. I mean, he could have had Trump thrown into Guantanamo Bay, and that was it. And then put a rule out saying that no one's allowed to say the name Trump, and he has to be referred to as he who must not be named. And that was it. And anyone who names him goes to jail. That's it. You know, presidential order. Tough shit.
It's liberal. It's the typical American liberalism where, like, they'll quite happily chuck the dish out some of the pain. Like, oh look, he's a fascist. He's fascist. But when it's put towards themselves, they are allergic to combat, like to defending. It's almost like Corbyn, like when he was challenged on his bullshit on the news or whatnot, and he refused to defend himself. The Dems do the same shit, and they refuse to defend themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. Or Corbyn would just get nasty. There was one interview, and seriously, his face flashed into that of Gollum's for a second. I'm sure that was him. It could have been from Lord of the Rings, but it was one of the two. He was like, "Give it to me," and his face just Gollumed, and it was weird. I mean, he got really nasty with some interviewers, and he wouldn't do interviews with people who would have given him a fairly easy ride. I can see why he wouldn't want to talk to the Sun newspaper, but why he wouldn't talk to Channel 4 News, just or James O'Brien. He wouldn't go in an interview by James O'Brien, which I thought was bizarre.
Sorry, Gray, you said the scum wrong.
The scum. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. But Corbyn, same characteristic as Trump, really. Like, talk to the people that praise you and don't talk to the others.
Surround yourself by yes men. Wayne, we were talking about the end of the world, mate. How do you think the world's going to end? We were thinking it in a really daft way.
When we hit absolute zero. There you go.
Absolute zero.
Mm-hmm.
What you mean, like?
I mean, that's
minus
probably going to
273 degrees centigrade.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. I mean, the Earth would have to be knocked well out of Celsius for that.
Well, at least you'll get a tan.
Oh yeah, bruv, I don't need a fucking tan.
I do.
I still think
I do.
I reckon what we should be doing, right, is now that because Musk has just put one of his guys in charge of NASA, hasn't he? Yeah. And obviously Musk invested 100 million in Trump so that he could get 400 billion out of the NASA funding. So I reckon we should encourage him to believe that the end of the world is coming, definitely, and he definitely should go to Mars, take all of his starships to Mars and set up a colony.
Yeah.
And then
one of his space rockets.
Yeah,
and it'll be on the way up.
Well, it's basically The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is his favorite book. We just send him off in an ark.
Yeah.
With all the crypto guys and all the tech billionaires, and just say, yeah, you go and start a colony. We definitely need crypto when we get there. Telephone sanitizers.
How to mine shit off asteroids. We'll stay safely down here.
What was the story that the Golgothresian B arc were told? Was it that they were going to get eaten by a space monster or something?
Well, they couldn't remember, could they? What something was terrible was going to happen to the planet. And
what was the Great Green Arkan seizure? Was that the big sneezing monster who?
Oh, that was the sneeze. Yeah,
that was, and the people, and they all worshipped. All the handkerchief people worshipped.
Yeah,
the coming of the great white handkerchief.
The restaurant at the end of the galaxy.
I think that what people are neglecting is the fact that like we live on a fossil fuel economy, which means that once you burn that fossil fuel, you can't really bring it back.
No.
So,
but it's a timescale issue, Wayne.
Yeah,
if humanity gets wiped out, there'll be some fossils, a couple of million years. The ants will be able to use us as fuel.
Yeah.
No, they won't. No, because there's fungus now. Didn't we have this discussion a few weeks ago?
No,
there's
that
fungus.
is true. Sorry, you're right.
The reason why the Carnivorous period was so one angry pagan's going to chime in here was like it was, and we still have all the carbon left over. Is because there was no fungus.
No fungus.
No one was a fungi.
But do you know who will still be there? Mike.
And Rupert Murdoch.
Yeah. Mitch McConnell.
Mitch McConnell will be there.
Nigel Farage.
I'm not so negative because when you look at the paleontological record, and not even the far distant paleontological record, you know, I mean, dinosaurs are still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Birds have been around since
and Widdicombe.
Mm-hmm. No, but birds have been around since the Jurassic period and still continue to evolve. And I've had arguments about this with a bunch of people, but zoologically speaking, humans are one of, if not the most adaptable species, macro species on this planet so far.
Yeah.
And that's like taking all of the,
I used to be a macro species, but now I use Costco.
Like
cash and carry joke there for you.
People think that like when humanity is comfortable, they think, oh, like we won't be able to adapt to any coming situations. But time and time again throughout human history, even the last 1,000 years, when a society starts getting comfortable and then it all goes to shit, people think, oh, it's the end of days. But even though some of those events aren't even to do with humans, sometimes they're sometimes natural events, such as the volcanic eruption in 535, or say the Justinian and Antiochine plagues. Humans really are so adaptable.
Yeah,
and I think we underestimate ourselves because not only that, we also have the most information at our tips to the most amount of people than we've ever had.
So
we're more educated than ever before.
So you're being quite positive about this. You don't think that the human race are going to wipe themselves out?
Not necessarily.
A lot of us will get wiped out, and the few that remain can eke out a living.
Do you remember that all life
dystopia?
If you to boil it down to its simplicities, like all life is an evolution, is a massive experiment of trial and error.
With a whole series of mass extinctions. So
and mini mass extinctions in between,
which led to us in the end.
Just don't worry about
it. In an evolutionary sense, like we could end up as the future chickens on this planet. Some other species going, well, humans are still evolving. Look at those lovely thighs.
Even in the mid to short term, like where people have been warning about sea level rise, for example, for the last 20, 30 years, it's no longer 20, 30 years away. It's happening in the next 5 to 15 years.
It's happening now. Yeah.
It's like, I'm just talking like closer to home. So people close to home can actually visualize it. I don't know if you saw, Graham, but on Reagan Elite stream and on the stream last week, I showed the guys a site called Climate Central, and it's got basically a map that predicts sea level rise due to storm surges and such. Just 2 feet will cause people from Cambridgeshire all the way up to Hull to move. And we're talking hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people will have to move. And yet people now are complaining about immigrants.
When you talk about 2 feet, surely we can build a seawall that's 2 feet high. I mean, we can build a motorway from one end of the country to the other.
If we start now, but like Phil keeps going, it needs to be done locally. No. Government. This is why I know you guys get annoyed with me for constantly badgering on about this, but like,
badger.
Appropriate hat.
Where I am, the train line from Paignton to that goes Paignton, Exeter St David's, then to Exmouth, right? Between Exeter St David's and Dawlish, that's right next to the sea.
Yeah.
That train line will be gone in the next 10 to 15 years.
Yeah, but bruv, we spoke about this the other day, and I was talking about the fen roads in Cambridgeshire, and it's like there's one road that they shut off every year because the sea level just rises too much. They're like, you can't drive down it.
Yeah, soon they won't be able to drive on it at all.
Yeah.
We got a super chat come in from Optimistic Nihilist who says, thank you very much. Wasn't Corbyn talking about forming a pro-Palestinian party with other independent MPs? Either way, the political landscape is fracturing with Greens, Lib Dems, Refuck, and others gaining vote share. Well, it's one of the reasons why a move towards a more progressive system of voting would be a good idea right now. But I don't think it's going to happen in this parliament. I don't think I think that we're going to go into our 2029 election. It's going to be first past the post again, which might work out in Labour's favour because you're talking about the left fracturing and also the right. If Refuck split the Tory vote, they could be in for another annihilation.
Yeah, but we don't. What you see? Remember that on this last election, we had the help of Stop the Tories, and that was a massive help.
Yes. Yeah.
How is that? Do we know what they're doing for the next election? Are they going to be doing anything for the next election? Because
yes,
yeah,
they're already on it for the locals coming up next year.
And for one, let me put this out there right now, right? Because
are you announcing your candidacy for reform?
No, I'm announcing my candidacy as a independent in the Basildon South constituency, because I like the fact that we've got a fucking politician. It just does my nutting. I'm like, bruv, do you give a fuck about when the bins get put out? You don't. Like you're just there, like just a populist little wanker. Like you don't care about it.
I'd love to see Wayne on like doing a stump speech saying all this.
Can you
imagine?
You fucking wanker, mate. You fucking diabolical.
Can you imagine me in question time next to fucking Farage?
Yeah, fucking. So
can you imagine his maiden speech if he gets in?
I'll be like, shut up, you fucking melt.
I know, Nigel Farage, I know, will refute. The town I live in, Paignton, has only really been on the news like majorly twice in the last 8 years. The first time was Nigel Farage coming down to like apparently show support for our fishing industry. Well, he doesn't want to come down here he doesn't want to come out down here again because he'll get lynched. But the second time was obviously the water issue.
He's a populist scum.
Down here, he will get lynched.
We just got Cozy's entered the chat, and also Puninator just dropped a super chat in. So I'll just say thank you to Puninator while Cozy adjusts her wellies. Just one sec. There is some good stuff on eco stuff. Think about how the phones were 10 years ago and how they are now. Tech is improving constantly, and that should give us an advantage not currently accounted for by many. And Sarah Davis is pointing out that we can't build a wall all the way down through Hull because Graham's got all the soil. Sorry about that. All the soil belongs to us. Cozy, how you doing?
I'm knackered.
Oh no. Wake up. Have you got a coffee? Do you want to grab a coffee?
Piss off. If I drink coffee now, I'm not going to sleep for like all night. I don't do coffee in the evening.
Cozy, do you need a big squidge?
Always. From you, always, my darling. I'm also shitting bricks. Wayne's already dropped the F-bomb. So
are you doing stand-up this week? Is it this week or next week?
Stand-up on Sunday. How fucking stupid am I? What the
You'll be
fuck
fine.
is wrong with me?
Brave as fuck. Brave as fuck.
Who the hell was I in April? Why did I sign up for this?
Were you drunk? Were you high? What was going on?
I don't think so.
Cozy, do you get that? I get that all the time.
Failed.
Yeah, I had to do a presentation last week to some conference, and I sat there 3 minutes before it thinking, I cannot remember which version of Mike it was agreed to do this, but he's a bloody idiot.
Mike, are you like Iron Man? You've got a different like mark of suits.
Yeah, completely different masks. Yeah.
So, Cozy, we were talking about the end of the world, and we wanted your take. How do you think the world is going to end? The sillier, the better.
No, but
Sunday on stage.
I'm not putting it off down to Devon. My friend,
it's my birthday.
Doing good life, and they've got pigs and freezer full of stuff, and we're zombie proof.
Devonshire rep.
I've never been that far south. I think I might get a nosebleed if we went all the way to Devon.
We've got mate, we've got the only subtropical rainforest in the UK. Like, we need more attention down here.
My current plan next year is to move to Cornwall.
I don't know your name. Who are you?
I am one angry pagan.
If you can squint, you can just about make him out.
I know. Wow. I'm like, I want to get a torch and shine it.
Yeah, get some front lighting on you.
I'll do that.
Never mind. Yeah,
the problem is, if I do that, like, I get that. So, of like blinding me.
Mikey's watching. Mikey, join us. We've got a space for you at the bottom of the screen.
Is that Mikey Famine?
That is Mikey Famine.
My little pod mate.
Mikey?
Get the American Badger on you.
Your little pod mate makes him sound.
Anyway,
moving on. Sorry, Cozy, just one sec.
Being here. I love the angry pagan. Chat loads of times. You're awesome. You're
just one sec. Optimistic Nihilist has just dropped in £5. Thank you very much. Optimistic Nihilist is being very, very generous, and so is Puninator tonight. Thank you. Reform and Tories are talking to each other about standing down candidates in each other's constituencies. They're two cheeks of the same arse. Yes, they all went to school together.
I thought they were chatting about
and
not
played
doing
soggy
that
biscuit. And Wayne has just dropped in another £5. Not this Wayne, other Wayne. The one who gives us money rather than takes money away from us.
Generous Wayne.
Or loses it by demonetising us with his F-bombs and C-bombs.
Not Lynch.
I just demonetise and make us skin.
Right. Should we create a petition to subsidise a Udemy course on social media marketing and how to make friends and influence people for Starmer? Yes, I think we should. I mean, Labour comms, don't get me started. But can we talk about Sexy Assassin? We've tiptoed all around this. Can we talk about Sexy Assassin? Or Luigi? I always preferred Luigi. He could jump higher.
Did you see
Sexy Assassin? I think his name's Scott. He's down there in the.
I can't believe his name's Luigi. I can't believe the guy's name's Luigi. Like, you couldn't write it. You really couldn't.
There are clips online from a news channel, local news channel, to the prison that he's in. And there's a reporter standing outside the prison fence. And everybody in the prison is shouting through the windows, Luigi's watching the telly at 10. And then at 10 o'clock, the newscaster says, so is Luigi watching now? And you hear these prisoners shouting across the fence. No, he's not. He's not allowed to watch the telly. And then there's this Fox News guy, I can't remember his name, but he was basically saying, well, he'll get beaten up in prison for doing this, basically.
Welcome to
what criminal in their right mind is going to go, hey, fucking hell, man, you're in big trouble. You hurt a healthcare CEO. You know, I care about my health insurance, man. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
He's been welcome.
Those guys never screwed me over. Said the
He's a
one
massive
person.
hero.
The man's never made my life hell.
But I mean, look, killing people is wrong. Let's make that very clear on this channel. Killing people is wrong. However, is this not just the trolley problem writ large? Because of this guy's actions, right? All these healthcare insurance companies in America are now booking up their acts. And you know when people contact them and say, hey, I need an MRI scan, they're actually getting the fucking MRI scan and not having to wait 2 months for it while they argue back and forth about whether they can have the scan. So he's actually saving people's lives already because of the healthcare industry shitting one that they might be next.
But on the flip side of that, Gray, they're also taking the pictures down of their CEOs.
Yes.
So
they're taking them down off the websites. Shit.
But the Wayback Machine is still there. Oh God.
No, did you see Ben Shapiro? Like he was trying to get all sympathetic with this CEO guy, right? And his fans have fucking lambasted him.
Oh, they fucking shredded him.
Yeah.
They shredded him. It was.
And these are the same fucking people who were making jokes about Paul Pelosi being attacked by a hammer. The same fucking people were going, this is awful. The same people who defended Carl Rittenhouse, who travelled to another state to murder black people. And apparently he was defending himself. Well, Luigi was defending himself as well.
Right. Something else just flitted to me head. Did the other American news from New York, that guy who choked the homeless black guy out to death, he got off. I'm like, what? So hang on, you flip that round, would that have been the same result? Fucking no.
Yeah.
Wayne has dropped. The best bits of this story is that the woman that turned him in McDonald's didn't get the reward on a technicality.
I didn't get it. It's technicality.
Yeah. So what happened was she was supposed to, or he was it a she?
I think it was a she, wasn't it? I'm sure it was.
Oh, dude.
I could be wrong.
Okay, whoever turned in Luigi thought they were going to get a reward because there was a reward posted, but in order to get the reward, you had to call the tip line, and they called the police.
God.
So they not only have lost their job, and their McDonald's has gotten now a 1-star rating on TripAdvisor. Also, they didn't get any money for it. So karma, luck be a karma tonight.
That's almost exactly how a healthcare company would manage a reword system, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
Oh no, you're right. You're
on a technicality.
Sorry, you're not covered.
Why did Freddy Krueger get away when he was alive?
Oh, here we go.
On a technicality. He got away on a technicality, and that's why the parents burnt him alive. So let that be a warning to you, Freddy Krueger, and companies that go off on technicalities. Wayne has dropped another super chat in. Thank you very much for the £2 super chat. The gun jammed. The gun jammed. So did Luigi double jump? I don't really get that, but yes, indeed, he can jump higher in Mario 2. Mikey, how you doing? He's in the Pentagon.
Hey.
What are you doing in the Pentagon?
Keeping it safe.
I can't hear you. Mikey, your mic's not on. Ironically, with your name being Mikey and all.
The Dems have muted you, bud.
Is Mikey going to come back?
Oh,
that's it.
That's it. He's gone.
Mikey, the technical wizard that he is, will dive in.
Well, this
with
is the
best
problem.
Audio ever.
When you are a technical wizard, you end up with like 17 different audio inputs and outputs.
Trouble is, he came on and he said Happy Christmas, and now he's been cancelled.
He's been cancelled. You can't even say Happy Christmas.
Yeah, should have said Merry Xmas.
That's why the CEO got shot. You know, it wasn't because he's like the head of this evil corporation that kills people. It's because he said Happy Christmas. Yeah. And that's what happens when you say Happy Christmas instead of Happy
What we have to do now Mikey is an official terrorist, is we have to dub him like the Jerry Adams.
Yeah,
okay.
So. I think he started his lines with Happy Holidays. Stars.
Mikey, come back, Mikey. Anyway, Cozy, have you been all right? Apart from all the stress of the first of all, the shit that's going down with EU citizens because everyone's got to get their digital passport in.
Well, it's not.
December.
It's not.
No,
EU
January.
citizens already have a digital status. Mostly, there's a tiny little cohort of people who made a paper application who still need to set it up. But that's it's the problem that everybody who's not an EU citizen now has to also join up for this digital system.
Yeah.
Every refugee.
Jesus.
So since the 1st of November, the Home Office is no longer issuing biometric residence cards. Yeah, biometric residence permits. So no more plastic card. So you're a refugee. You've just been given your status. You get a letter telling you, well done, you know, we've recognized that you are at risk of getting killed if you return to your home country. We're going to let you stay in the UK. The letter that you've been waiting for I don't know, 6 months, 8 months, a year and a half, 2 years, however long it was. And then they say, and you're going to get another letter in the next 2 weeks with a reference number. And then, this is all in English, by the way, the language that you don't necessarily speak or read very well. And in that second letter, you're going to get a reference number, and then you have to go on the website and go to the website where you check your status, and you have to say, the question asks, when you set up your UKBI account, your e-visa, what document did you use? Did you use a BRP? Did you use a passport or a national identity card? And you have to click on passport, even though you didn't, because you haven't got a passport, because your country doesn't issue them if you're from Eritrea, for example, or because you had to flee your country in a hurry, or because you were imprisoned if you're a woman from Afghanistan. Whatever. But you have to click passport, and then you have to enter the reference number as if it were a passport number. So this system is not confusing at all.
Sounds a bit confusing.
Was this
that was sarcasm, dear.
Was this Cozy? Was this system brought in by Labour, or is this still a Tory leftover?
It's a leftover. It's a leftover. 100%
well, yes
leftover.
And no. Actually, a lot of it's a bit of a mixture. I mean, it's obviously it's not a leftover. It's forever and ever, you know. So it's not something that Labour can change. Not really, not unless they completely scrapped all immigration rules. Which they're not going to do.
But Cozy, if you think about like immigration laws right now, because nothing can be implemented in that short space of time, it's 100% a leftover, and it's. So,
no.
I would say.
I don't mean it like that. Yeah, but you can't call it leftover because a leftover implies that it's going to end at some point.
No. It's a carryover until it gets
carryover. Okay,
but it's not going to get changed.
Done.
And
no,
you know, a lot of the things that are the basis for this were brought in by Labour.
Yeah. Okay. Then it's a Labour problem. See,
the whole concept of right to reside and proving your right to work, that was brought in by Labour in 2006. BRPs were brought in by Labour in 2008. So, you know, I'm sorry, I'm not letting Labour off the hook here. Not that easy.
Oh, no, please don't.
What's also
it's not going to get any better.
December, 4 million cards expire on the 31st of December.
Wow.
So now in their wisdom, they're emailing everybody, including people who already have the digital account set up, and telling them to set up a digital account.
Why?
Because they are fucking idiots.
Cozy's proper losing her shit.
I'm with you, Cozy. I am with you.
Cozy, just fucking drop the fucking mic. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, I just want to bring Mikey into the chat because he's
explanation for this. I have spent the entire day with EU citizens crying at me on Facebook going, what do I have to do? Am I going to have to apply for a visa? But I thought I've got a settled status, so I don't have to apply for a visa. And it's like, no, you don't have to do anything. You already have it.
Yeah, you're cushy.
Oh, that's good.
You're cushy, bruv. You're cushy. Like.
But I got this email. It's okay. They didn't mean you. They sent it to everybody.
Oh, fuck off.
Right.
Didn't mean you.
Brexiters.
That's a typical Brexit line. Typical Brexit line. Anyway, listen, Cozy, just one sec, because Puninator dropped a super chat in a while ago, so I just want to read this out. Puninator, thank you very much. I'm just waiting for these right whingers in America to turn for gun control to protect their CEO paylords, not to save kids or other innocents. It would be tremendously ironic if America finally manages to ban assault rifles to save the CEOs. But going over to America for a moment, we've got Mikey Famine. Can you hear us now? Can we hear you?
Hello, mic check. Hello.
You have a voice.
I think I just had a bad connection. I think I just had a bad connection to the meeting. Hi.
I was waving to you from the Niagara Falls last week.
Hey,
you were being waved at.
Can you guys please pass on my concepts of condolences?
Yes. I've got ideas of condolences.
My tariffs and prayers. Look, dude, I told you motherfuckers that if you uncork the crazy shit happens. Yep. What did you expect? This is the beginning. You wanted anarchy and you're gonna get it. The rest of us are broke and are scrappy. We're used to this. Good luck, CEOs. You better have fucking tanks.
I remember the last time we were in this meeting, Mikey was saying, hey, don't worry, it doesn't matter how it's going to work out. I've got guns.
Don't sound so crazy.
And
now,
I have to say, when I first saw the CCTV footage, Mikey, I thought, is that your hoodie?
Good night, Mum. My mum's saying good night. Good night, Mum. Take care.
Night, Mum.
As if I would be so foolish to get.
Have you seen the meme? Have you seen the meme of Elon Musk like trying to set things up so it's the 1930s, but you accidentally end up in the 1780s in France?
No.
I mean, he rolls around with security and all that shit. Like, look, dude, I told everybody before the results of the election came in, Americans are broke and they are desperate and they are hurting. And now you're going to evict and bankrupt everybody?
I think what's going to happen is he's going to bring out...
May the odds forever be in your favor. The rest of us are used to this.
I think that what's going to happen, right, this is what I envisage. Musk is going to be doing one of his shitty presentations where he just sort of mumbles, looks around and looks down and says, all the time, right? And while he's doing that, he's going to be presenting the new cyberfuck, right? And that's going to be behind him. And he's going to be bragging about how the windows are bulletproof. And someone's going to test whether the windows are bulletproof by shooting a gun through Elon that then hits the window. And Elon turns, he knows he's dying. This is his last moment on Earth. And he turns to see his cyberfuck behind him. And just, he goes, yes, the window didn't shatter. But then as he falls to his knees, a crack starts to grow across the window. And then the entire car shatters into dust and he dies.
Maybe you should write a book about that.
Wow.
This is entirely why we need AI videos.
That's my prophecy.
Can we just take the transcript of that, put it into some AI engine?
I would start this guy firing the bullet. It bounces back off the window and kills himself. So,
I mean, I would clap to that, but I'm already on enough NSA lists. So my agents have been kept busy with my searches of late, and I mean. Look,
for the record, Mikey doesn't condone any of these recently.
No.
Yeah,
do not speak for Mikey. Mikey condones very bad. Mikey condones very, very bad things. He just doesn't do it on the air. So,
does it in a smart way.
I don't care what happens to anyone because that's what I've been trained to do. Right? Like I don't care about all the women. Right, who are being trafficked at the border. I don't care about the kids in cages. I don't care about Gaza. I don't care about anybody. They told me I don't have to care about anybody anymore. That's what they told me America means now. Don't care about anybody. Just take care of yourself. He should have taken care of himself. He should have lifted himself up by his bootstraps and not got shot. Where's your I mean, you just laying around. I mean, you just sitting there waiting for somebody to protect you. Why didn't you turn into a transformer? I don't know. Should have turned into Optimus Prime, and then the bullet would have ricocheted right off. But you were so fucking lazy that you didn't even put on a bulletproof vest that morning, and now you know. So I guess this is all a lesson for us about personal accountability and responsibility.
And responsibility, of course.
Yes.
So there you go,
All
kids.
right,
Make sure
guys,
you wear
I'm
your
gonna
bulletproof
tip out.
vest.
I'm gonna tip out. I gotta go to work tomorrow morning.
Thank you
Nice.
so
I
much,
can
Scott.
do
Bye-bye,
Scott,
Scotty
good
Watty.
Thank
Good
you.
luck with the health things
Nice
as
to
well.
See you next
meet you,
week.
One Angry Pagan. Nice to see all of you all again. You're all so beautiful.
Scott. Oi, you sexy little fucker. I've got you.
I love you.
Oh, you two
We
get a
all know
room.
what Scott will be dreaming about tonight. Then
Get a room.
We'll be wanking about tonight. See you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
All right, by the way, you're welcome.
All anyone's going
I'm
to hear.
so glad that my mum's left.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what's the word on the street, Mikey? In America, are people
Why
like
would you assume I
generally?
know anything
Oh,
about
my
it?
No, are
God.
people
Why would you
assuming?
assume I know anything
Sorry.
about
Did you say the word on the street?
Yeah,
Like
he lives in America.
Like he's fucking Huggy Bear.
Oh no, not like he's Huggy Bear. Just because he's in
That's
America,
just
he's over
That's just
there.
racist, Wayne. That's just racist.
Right, it is. Yeah, no Skarsky and Hutch for you. Anyway, listen, right? No, I was just saying. I was just going to ask, like, are people? You know, you're saying that people you're not saying anything online, right?
Correct.
But when this must be coming up in conversation a lot. Are you speaking to anyone who's like a Trump fanatic who thinks Trump is good, who agrees with what's happened because of the shit state of American healthcare at the moment? Is this getting through to any of the people on the other side?
The CEOs decided, or what's it, Blue Cross and Blue Shield, they were gonna start. They were gonna change the time that people were allowed to have anesthesia for like major surgeries, and they were gonna stop people's coverage mid-surgery, and then you'd have to continue to pay after. It would be past your coverage. That dude got shot, and I'm talking about by 9 a.m. they had a full press release. You know, we was just playing. Actually, y'all could keep the anesthesia the whole time. No one wanted to take it away. No one here at this. All the CEOs took the little pictures off of their websites. There's the Wayback Machine. There's the Wayback Machine, you idiots.
This is why I think that this guy has saved lots of lives. This is the trolley. This is the trolley problem. He has killed someone, but it's going to save lives.
I understand why you're calling it the trolley problem, but yeah,
Right winger as well. Did you hear that?
I was
watching Vorsh, and Vorsh was saying going over this manifesto, and he's a fucking right winger as well.
Yeah, of course, because Trump unleashed all the nutters, and all the nutters are on his side.
I told you guys that you can't put that genie back in the bottle.
Yep.
We know black people and Mexicans have been dealing with ignorant, racist whites forever. Whites are not good on white violence. They're not great at it. They have no defenses. They can't see it coming. But I mean, I don't know why this dude's just walking around anyway. It's America, stupid. We're all starving and broke and desperate, and you looking like a snack. I was like, oh, they robbed him. I'm like, oh, they robbed him. Oh, they robbed him because he's got this, like, I don't know, a watch or something. I'm like, oh, I thought they robbed him. Oh, no, they knew who he was, and that's why he died. I was like, oh, okay. And guess who did it? Not a black dude, because we don't do this random bullshit. I was so glad when they fucking put out that little screenshot, and I was like, it was about to be a tough week.
Oh my God.
You can't wear a hoodie because you look. The suspect was 4'8" to 7'3", and
I'm gonna have to add him to the private school mafia, which now just seems a bit more ironic considering he's an Italian assassin who I'm going to add to my mafia list. Maybe a little bit racist, but never mind.
I gather he was pissed off that his nan died. Like his nan didn't get the coverage. He apparently he's from a rich family, but then the nan didn't get coverage or something, so he went on a mad one. And
I think didn't he have an injury? He had an injury of his own as well, though, didn't he?
Yeah, he hurt his back surfing, I think, and he had like pins and shit and back pain.
And they turned him down. But it wasn't. But it wasn't the company of the guy he shot, though, was it? It was the company that turned him down was a different company altogether. So.
Listen. I know that if I was a CEO of a healthcare thing, I know I'd be deleting my AI program and I'd start approving some motherfuckers' coverage. Because here's the thing: you do it at your own risk. It's always been at your own risk. Everything that everybody does interpersonally in every country is at their own risk. We all depend on the handshake of society. Keep violating society if you want to. I'm used to it. My family's used to it. My people are used to it. Used to the lie of societies that we're here to help and they weren't. And this is going to be fair, but it ain't. And we're going to protect you and they don't. Our expectations are low. Everyone else's are about to get a lot lower. Now you're going to see what the true society that you have reaped, you shall now sow. This is what they wanted.
Yeah.
This is what they wanted, and they're going to get it. And guess what? We still got and all of us leftists over here, all of us progressives over here, we still got to come up with a plan to save the fucking earth, kill the villain, you know what I'm saying? Conquer the castle, save the planet, and do it without taking corporate money. But that's my hill to die on.
Yeah. So, Mikey, we've just got a super chat from Optimistic Nihilist. Thank you very much, Optimistic Nihilist. You've been incredibly generous tonight. Thank you. It's very kind. It seems odd that Joe Rogan once supported Bernie Sanders. Imagine if the Democrats leaned into the past, they could have who won, who knows. Now he's drunk the MAGA Kool-Aid, and history will prove that to be a big mistake. Well, yeah.
Not odd at all. It's not odd at all because Joe Rogan is a populist, and populism is the order of the day worldwide.
Can I like to your point, mate? This is something that I wanted to really talk about because I've been like in our group chat. TYT being the most cocksucking of right-wing fucking.
Clean it up.
I don't care. No,
Sold out.
I've already C-bombed, so it don't matter.
Chank sold out. Chank sold out.
My wife is watching this.
100%. Jenk and Anna.
So are you talking about the Young Turks?
Yeah.
Right, so this is an American podcast series, or is it YouTube thing?
Yeah. They've absolutely sold out. They've sold out.
Graham's so cute. Oh, what are they? A podcast?
I don't know. I don't listen to them. I don't.
What are they? A rap group?
What do they do?
I don't know. What they make videos, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it a song by Mott the Hoople? No, that was all Young Dudes, wasn't it? So are they Turkish?
Hang on a minute. Let me put my glasses on and Google them.
Okay, Google them. Hang on, let me put my reading specs on. Optimistic Nihilist, another £5. Optimistic, you've been incredibly generous today. Thank you. It seems like the populism of the 2020s is as wacky and silly as it is tragic and dumb. The longer term danger has still much potential to be much worse. Yes,
we need to get the narrative.
But can I finish my bit on this?
Go on then.
They seem to have. If I must, no. I'm fucking dropping the elbow.
Come on.
Right. They are doing the exact same thing that they accused every one of their former employees of doing.
Dave Rubin,
Jimmy Dore, all of them fuckers, right? They're doing the same thing.
Is this since Trump won?
Yes. Yeah.
And now they're saying, he represents the working class somehow.
It's been before that.
Because he's a billionaire who shits his pants.
You should have seen Cenk on Hassan. He was on. I don't know if you've heard of Hassanabi. Mike.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Hassan Piker. That's his nephew.
Yeah, Hassan Piker.
Yeah. Has given. It's always
Jenk's given.
Oh, apparently BUFU Mike's telling me that they made a few shows on Betamax.
Oh my god.
So there you go. Ironically, the reason why Betamax didn't succeed in the format wars against VHS was because they wouldn't allow porn to be sold on their format. But they were called Betamax. I mean, come on.
But Graham has got an absolute fucking catalogue of laser discs.
Yes. Star Wars on Laserdisc. Now, the original trilogy on Laserdisc, that's a real find because it's unadulterated on this Jabba the Hutt in episode 4 nonsense.
After the nuclear winter, those are going to be valuable.
Ernie Burns in the chat saying TYT are the left according to Cenk. Cenk can go fuck himself.
Yeah, he's done. He's absolutely done it, and he's shown himself. He's literally got suplexed to fucking death.
No context to what you're talking about.
Okay, they're Americans of recent Turkish ancestry. Okay, and not to be confused with Mehdi Hassan. He's not the Young Turks, is he?
No.
Hassan
Abi.
Mehdi's Indian.
Hassan Abi was the reference.
Ah, okay.
And British.
Okay. Mehdi's British, yeah.
Yeah,
he's an American British.
Mehdi's one of us.
Yeah.
Oh, he's one of us now. He's moved over here.
Well, you've seen Mehdi Hassan's best debate recently was against that Zionist prick. That was fucking hilarious. Just like I think it was the former was a former ambassador that got booted out of his job because he had an argument with he caused an argument over here, so he got booted out of his job.
Mehdi Hassan just literally will go in there and sweep the fucking leg out of anyone, and he'll come with the fucking receipts, and I'm like, bruv, crack on. Like, I'll sit here and watch this shit, and I'll just.
Well, BUFU Mike saying that I'm playing on my Neo Geo. I could never afford a Neo Geo. Come on.
Man,
you had the Neo Geo. You had 5 fucking games.
That's where all the SNK games, all the good fighting games were Neo Geo games.
Graham, I bet you had
Ultraman on the Neo Geo.
I bet you had an Atari Jaguar.
God, no. Why would I have an Atari? I was an Amiga boy. Oh, my God. I had a girlfriend in Spanish.
I just had a Spectrum 48K.
A friend who's a girl in Spanish, Amiga.
He didn't like you, though.
Down.
Of course, I've got a girlfriend. She just goes to a different school in Spain.
She goes to a different school in Spain, yeah. Exactly.
She goes to Barcelona Tech.
To your point, they've just relaunched a Spectrum emulator.
They have.
Oh yes,
and you can recall how shit the games were.
Oh yes, I'm getting all excited already.
You had to spend half an hour waiting for it to load up. You got another game of football waiting for it to load up.
Stop doing that. I'll better stop making all them noises, or I'll get a hard on.
We got a little reprise of that, didn't we? When the internet first started making its moves, because you had the same specky noises when you attached yourself to the internet.
IRL Messenger. ISL.
It's like phoning up sex lines and they make that noise to you. Darren's like, "Oh baby, yeah."
Yeah, making that specky noise.
I didn't have to deal with all that stuff. Like for me, the first major game system I had was a PS1.
Oh wow!
Oh god,
great system.
Generation
Tomb Raider
Alpha
1, 2, and 3 came out on the PS1.
Bruv, you're making me feel fucking double old.
You are double old.
Wayne,
Wayne, you are double old 7.
I'm totally going to keep out of this conversation.
License to pill, as in take pills.
I remember when computers came out. I remember that.
My era also has. My era doesn't have a doctor. Each generation has its own doctor from Doctor Who, doesn't it? Mine doesn't. For me, my doctor is Paul McGann. No, mine is Tom Baker because it's the only fucking thing that my mum would put on when I was a kid.
Oh, that's all right. He's another Scouser.
Baker, like Paul McGann.
Tom Baker, arguably one of the best doctors.
Megan, you're going to be really horrified. I didn't have Doctor Who growing up.
Oh. More
because
I had Dr. J.
That's because you're sideways, Cozy. Cozy, by the way, you do know you're sideways to us.
No, I didn't.
Everyone get
I
your
will be right
pitchforks
back.
and your torches. We're fucking getting cozy right now.
What we're gonna what?
Wayne, did you get
We're gonna
another
get her
text
to
from
what?
Nigel?
Are we
We're
going to
marching on
kidnap
Cozy.
Cozy and force her to watch Doctor Who? That's not. That's.
Like
I'm
all
sure
of it.
that's against the Geneva Convention, mate.
We're watching
All the way from William Hartnell.
We're
Duty
watching
Gatwick.
making Cozy watch fucking Tom Baker.
Why?
right
It's
now.
not
Tom
that
Baker, yes.
good.
You have to experience Tom Baker. Cozy.
No, you don't. No, you really
Yes, you
don't.
do. Tom Baker
You
is the
could
best.
live a long and happy life having
Yeah.
never watched an episode of Tom Baker Doctor Who.
Tom Baker is also one of the best swearers the UK has ever
This
had.
is just
Oh,
reminding me of a scene in Family Guy where the daughter, what's her name, Meg, they like.
Meg Griffin.
They tie her up to a chair and force her to watch the unfunny Monty Python sketches, and she's like, "I'm a girl. I don't even like the funny Monty Python sketches. You can't force people to watch this shit."
I'm gonna say something very controversial right now.
Go on.
Hey up, step back.
That's going to surprise
Give him
everyone, Wayne.
space. Give him space.
Monty Python has never been funny.
What an idiot.
And that's from an American.
He's entitled to his opinion.
American.
What an idiot.
If it
Never
doesn't
been
make you
funny.
laugh, it doesn't make you laugh. That's fine.
Good luck at the pub.
Yeah, to be honest, every time I hear the name Tom Baker, it always reminds me of Blackadder when he played Captain Redbeard. Oh, you have a woman's purse, my lord.
Everyone's talking. Everyone's talking about Dr. Baker. Dr. Baker in the chat. And Vendetta's just saying, "Shut up, Meg." But yeah, look,
Shut up, Meg.
I don't. Oh my God, Saber Wolf has just come up on Mike Dix.
Ultimate play the game. Oh, I can love you forever, Mike Dix.
Wow.
Oh.
I think
you
Darren's
can
having
get
a
a room.
crisis.
Oh.
He's having a major crisis.
I kind of feel like we should ask Darren to put his hands up in the air here just to ensure there's nothing going
Hands
on.
above the desk.
No,
Your hands above the desk, please, sir. Hands above the desk. But yeah, I don't find Anchorman funny at all. I could watch the whole thing and I wouldn't
I'm
laugh
with you on
once.
that, Gray.
And other people find it really funny, and that's fine. That's fine. I mean, I absolutely hate some music that people love. I love some music that people hate. We're all different, you know.
Yeah, but Graham,
it's very
Some
subjective. It's very subjective.
Graham, the problem that you find is 69% of the time
Nice.
you don't find it every time.
What?
Soz.
Sorry, you lost
are?
me. You 69% of the time you lose me when you say something. What the fuck did you just say?
It's a fucking Anchorman joke, you cunt.
Okay, that's why I didn't get it. Okay, well,
Why would he?
there you go. That was a nice punchline to that story, wasn't it? Anyway, can we get back to how the world's going to end? Mikey, tell us how the world's going to end.
It's not going to end for us.
Oh, okay.
Oh, how do you mean?
Who's it going to end for? This is intriguing.
People,
I love
not
Mike's
us.
loading up.
Some of us will. Some of us are going to be telling the story of how the Earth decided to fuck itself for no apparent reason.
Look,
Not all of us
yes,
will.
Mikey.
Some of us will sustain, and we will be here,
Yes.
and we will tell the stories. But I ain't going down just because y'all decided that you want to like eat garbage and fucking like I don't know. Like let's find the one guy with a brain worm and put him in charge of health.
Yes.
Let's find I'm not participating in the dum-dum parade. Like I'm not part of it. So they can enjoy their dum-dum parade. The big orange dum-dum can't stop pulling people out of Congress to put into his cabinet. They're about to lose their majority before he gets in the office. I'm like, oh my God, nobody tell him.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's down to
Yeah,
two,
just
down to
let
two
him-
people. Nobody say anything. Nobody say anything. Don't say it. Don't
He
say
only
it.
needs like 2 more people, isn't he? And then they lose the majority.
And then some of those people are contested already. And then, so, I mean, hey, like I said, there's still Republicans. They can still fuck this up. So
Yes. Yeah, they're quite remarkable. I mean, their incompetence is our salvation, really, isn't it?
So far, so good. I don't think they'll figure out how to turn it on, guys. So we might be okay for a little bit.
We've got another super chat coming from Punninator, who's also been really, really kind this evening. Thank you very much.
Punninator.
Thank you, Punninator. As a resident Whovian who's working through classic Who and currently on Davidson. Can I say I wasn't as impressed with Tom Baker as his hype would have led me to believe. Much preferred 1+3 for classic. So I'm guessing that's
Right.
William Hartnell and John Pertwee.
Okay. David Tennant is best Doctor. End of.
Doctor. You say Doctor like Donna. Doctor.
No, I'm leaving there. I'm mic dropping.
From Dan
Capaldi.
Doctor.
Capaldi every day for the modern Doctors. He had the best lines, and he's the best actor that has played the Doctor in modern times.
Plus, he was Malcolm Tucker, and the creator of Tucker's Law, which I can say now because Wayne's already demonetized us. Do you know what Tucker's Law is? Does everyone know what Tucker's Law is?
Yes.
From the thick of it. If some cunt can fuck something up, that cunt will wait to the worst possible moment to fuck that thing up because that cunt is a cunt. Put that on a tea towel.
My favourite modern Doctor.
Bruv, am I wrong?
What?
Best
About
Doctor.
what?
Best Doctor.
So I thought it was just a general
Capaldi, man.
thing.
Yeah, you're wrong.
The answer is yes.
I like Capaldi.
Yeah,
however, I've got to say, I've got to say, I liked Matt Smith as the Doctor just because it had Karen Gillan as his assistant, and I'm a little bit in love with Amy Pond. What can I say? Amelia Pond.
That's different gravy, though.
Yeah, but Wayne,
that's Nova. That's Nova.
When the aliens come and they put us all in a big zoo, I'll be in the enclosure with Amy Pond.
If you K9's the best companion. K9 will always be the best companion.
K9 all day.
K9 was just a bin.
K9, he was
a bin on its side.
Dog alone.
It was a good bin.
Have we just now gone on a little nerd fucking like tangent?
So.
Yes, and Vendetta's getting very angry, saying Matt Smith, capitals, is the best Doctor. Fuck off, Wayne.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Matt Smith.
Right,
I like Matt Smith. Matt Smith too.
I think what we might be discovering is it's subjective based on your age and when you discovered the series.
I believe that it depends on when were your formative years. That's
Exactly.
the generation.
I like the female Doctor.
Oh yeah. I like Jodie Whittaker. People put Jodie Whittaker down for no good reason.
I know why. It's because they're sexist.
Chris
reason.
Chris Eccleston, pointless.
Is anybody watching the new series out of interest?
Because Doctor just came out of the Time War, so that's not fair.
There was a couple of good episodes, Mike, but and I really loved Ncuti Gatwa. I think he's a fantastic Doctor. He makes me want to go and travel the universe with him in a way that some of the other Doctors. I wouldn't go to a disco with them. Tell me more
about how you want to
travel the universe with Ncuti Gatwa anyway.
Yeah.
Tell me more about how you want to leave your family and just travel the galaxy with this man.
With this homosexual man from Rwanda, yeah.
Hey, gay BFF, what can I say? I'm up with that.
It's going to be fabulous.
Doctor Who.
But I feel like they always have a big story arc, don't they, that culminates in the last episode. I thought it was tremendously disappointing in the last season. Really? So if people want to disagree with me, they can. I don't care. But I mean, I just thought it was a bit of a letdown.
Any shots you want to fire them at Graham, please.
Yes. And Colin Baker, this is Doc Davis saying Colin Baker because of Perry.
That wasn't his fault, though.
Actually, Perry is one of my.
Sorry, don't know.
Was it Perry who had her hair shaved off?
No. Shut your mouth a minute. Tom.
All right, calm down, matey.
It's Tom Baker.
No.
It was Colin Baker.
There was a Colin Baker as well.
Yeah.
Well, another doctor called Colin Baker.
Okay.
So you shut your fucking mouth, you diabolical bad person.
That's gonna hurt.
I will retract that and say, yeah, okay, fair
play. Wait.
I was wrong. Go on, Wayne, say it.
Number 4.
I was wrong.
Say it again. Say it again. say it in your deepest voice.
Do you know what? Mike is loving this. Mike is loving
deep like you mean it. Hold on, let me record.
Right, can I just ask? Wayne, you've had your chance to be wrong. Just give me a chance to ask the people in the audience something. Was it Perry who had her head shaved? Like she got turned into a robot or an alien or something, and they came in and she's lying down on like a slab, and that she's got no hair, and he goes, and then it ends because that happened to Perry. That is one of my first memories, like as a kid, coming back from swimming on a Saturday night and watching Doctor Who, and that was absolutely freaking terrifying, along with the tripods and the footy results. They were also terrifying back in the day. But yeah, if anyone can just correct me on that, if it was someone else other than Perry, but I have a feeling it was.
I think it was Perry myself, actually.
Great.
She was fit as fuck.
Can I?
Right, Wayne, talk. Tell us. Give us your wisdom.
Let me give my bit to Mike there.
It would be great if you could correct me, but get it wrong.
No.
Do it again.
Do it again. Watch. This. All politicians listening, this is how you do it, right?
Okay.
Yeah, Mike, I got it wrong, and I apologise.
Well done,
do you take
Wayne.
full responsibility?
100%.
And are you embarrassed and you'll pay reparations? For
no, Mike, I'm still going to call you a fucking dick.
Seems fair. There you go, Graham. Look, it was Perry.
It was Perry. Yes, she had her head shaved for whatever reason. She died on Phobos Beta when her mind was overwritten with that of the mentor Lord Kiv. There you go.
Yeah. So ends up when
very early memory of mine.
And ends up when you get shit wrong, just fucking own it. Just like
well done. Yeah.
When it happens, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I haven't run into that. I haven't run into that problem.
No.
I'll keep it in mind, later on.
Great. It's good advice for the future, Mikey.
I'll pack it away.
I am getting you fuckers every time.
Every time.
Gotta have to wake up.
What are you getting us? Are you getting us a Christmas present? Are you getting us demonetized? What are you getting us?
That's what you are getting.
Yeah,
definitely
getting us a lawsuit.
Getting a lawsuit. You're getting us sued.
No, Wayne's still not a real southerner, no matter how much he tries.
Welcome to the Waymaker service. You are gonna get fucked.
So have we gone round asking everyone how the world's going to end? Has anyone not answered that question yet?
Well, I mean, I gave, I suppose I was more along Mikey's side of things. But if it's going to end, I would take a leaf out of the paleontological record and say gamma ray burst.
Ooh. What about a gamma ray burst that just takes out all the gammon? That'd be fucking amazing. Just wake up one morning and there's no gammon anymore. It's just cooked.
Everyone's having fucking.
Tell you what, Pagan, if that happened, I'll be worshipping the sun the rest of my life. I'll be on my knees worshipping that fucker every time it rose in the sky. Be like, thank you.
I bless thee, soul. I bless thee.
You amazing bastard.
How have I been so ungrateful all these years?
This is so good sideways.
So, Puninator. Well, actually, first of all, power to the people. Thank you for being a member for 12 months. Peter Davidson, he was my childhood Doctor Who. There you go. And Puninator, thank you very much. Again, being very generous, very, very generous tonight. Capaldi is the true Doctor. Others played the Doctor, but Capaldi lived and breathed the role. Each Doctor has positives, but only one is the Doctor.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Peter
Who is the present Doctor Who at the moment?
Ncuti Gatwa.
Ncuti Gatwa.
Ah, is that who it is? Right.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Darren, it depends on your concept of time.
Yeah.
If you see it,
Probably
if you see it as a linear process, then definitely. But
it's just that I've not watched it for years, so I would just out of interest. That were all. Who's the new Doctor?
You're the new Doctor, actually.
I love this comment from Vendetta that says, "I like Tennant, but by the end, I just wanted him to fuck off."
Yes. Yes. He turned into
That's one hell of a review.
That's
it, mate.
That is
Fuck off.
fucking Doctor Who.
But a little bit like the Tories of the Doctor Who after 14 years.
It's like, oh, bruv, do you know what? Can you just do one?
I don't want to go. Well, I want you to go now.
It's enough now, mate. We're done with you.
We get it.
Bruv, just have a sit
Right,
down.
okay, we're being unfair to the American and the German here. So, like, let's get off of Doctor Who.
Okay.
No. To be fair,
I can happily go back to Monty Python.
Mikey Famine is very well versed in sci-fi nerdism. So I would
keep digging.
Okay, so let's go off topic a little bit for like a politics show. What are your sort of TV shows that you think are fucking brilliant that you feel are a bit underrated? So none of the big prestige stuff that everyone knows. I don't want to hear about The Sopranos or Breaking Bad, but like something that you think is absolutely fucking brilliant and just never got the kudos that it deserved, and that people should... Sorry.
Lex.
Yeah, Lex. That's a good shout.
It's so fucking obscure, but it's so brilliant.
So
was it a Superman thing? Was it about Lex Luthor?
No. You're thinking Lex Luthor. No, nothing to do with him.
No, you're thinking Jeff Bezos.
No, it was sci-fi. But really,
it was basically
be the potato hoe.
It was a giant fucking space fly.
Yeah, it's ginormous living spaceship. It's like a living creature, but you live inside it. And the characters one is like an accidental merge between a cloned bride and a clusterworm, which are these really, really vicious animals. So she takes no fucking shit from nobody. And a dead guy who she's in love with.
Of course.
The head of a robot, only the head.
Of course.
That's in love with her. So yeah.
That's a bit of a weird freeway, isn't it?
Traveling through space.
It's a bit Jimmy Savile.
Whoa.
He said he's in love with a dead woman, and then there's a headless corpse that's in love with.
No, the girl is in love with the dead guy. So.
Yeah, but
okay.
We're getting some love in the chat. We got Ideal. I don't know if that's a TV show or BUFU Mike's just saying things are ideal.
Are we talking purely fiction here?
Right. No. Just anything that you watched on TV, or it could be a movie that just like no one rates but you. I mean, Jupp James has said Firefly, but that people rave about Firefly. Svak says Disenchantment. I mean, that was done by Matt Groening, who did The Simpsons.
Firefly. Wormhole with Morgan Freeman.
The what?
Wormhole with Morgan Freeman. If you haven't heard of it, I suggest you check.
Oh, was that the sci-fi science show about astronomy and stuff? Yeah,
it wasn't just astronomy. They delved into so much.
What was it called? Through the Wormhole.
Through the Wormhole. Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Morgan Freeman. Chat. I really want you to see if you can give me a bit of feedback on this one. Event Horizon was just sick.
It's the scariest movie of all time.
I'm about to say horrifying. The most terrifying movie there ever has existed.
Absolute classic.
It's sublime.
Absolute classic. Teachers, getting some love for Teachers.
Apropos
Aeon
horror
Flux
movies or scary movies. My favorite Christmas movie. Rare Exports.
I've never even heard of that.
It's a very different take on the Santa legend.
Okay.
Very different. And I absolutely love it.
Band of Brothers, why did they stop in 1945? I think that got a few Emmys. I'm not saying that it was like only beloved by a few. It was a very good show though.
Stargate, but more than enough people like Stargate.
Yeah.
Pan's Labyrinth. Everyone go find Pan's Labyrinth and watch it again because it's great.
It is great. And
everyone needs to exercise their imagination every once in a while.
What are they saying, Dexter? Loads of people like Dexter. Wayne saying Monkey Dust. Wayne, I absolutely agree with you. And that is a fantastic, fantastic show that just not enough people know. It was an animated show made by the guy who invented Have I Got News for You? And they got a group of different animators in to make each sketch So the animation style, the artwork was different for each sketch, but it was kind of a little bit based on the Fast Show. So it was the same sketches every week, and something different would happen. But it was freaking hilarious and super dark, like as dark as it gets. There was a sketch where it was a little boy who would come to see his dad, and he'd be dropped off by his mum in a sports car, and the dad was obviously alone in a big empty house, and the dad's like, "Hey, I got you a balloon," and the balloon bursts. He says, "Oh, I got you some, I got you a toy, Digimon." He's like, "I don't like Digimon, I like Pokemon or whatever." And whatever the dad does to try and amuse this child, it just doesn't work.
Yeah,
and then he walks up the stairs really slowly. It's sad music. They play like Goldfrapp or something, and then the door closes. And then the little boys at the bottom of the stairs going, Daddy, no, I really like Digimon, and I'm so glad to see you. I've missed you so much." But it's too late. You can see the blood coming from under the bathroom door and pouring out. That was one of the sketches. It was dark as fuck.
Great. Sounds vaguely familiar.
Sounds good to me. It sounds like it would have been right up my alley as a kid. It wouldn't have fucked me up at all. Went right down my shovel. Yeah. Ungrateful bitch.
Do you remember the geezer from the Fast Show? Who would always be like, "Ooh, the squares. Ooh. I used to do that, man and boy." And
the old guy.
Yeah, like yellow teeth. Like,
yeah.
"Oh, I could do that. Terrible back injury, yeah, but otherwise, yeah, I'll be in there with you."
That's most of the Tory voters out there.
Like the moon from the Mighty
Super
Boosh.
Tiny's giving a shout out to "They Live" with Roddy Piper. I mean, that's a classic. I'm here to
Tory voter.
Chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Yeah, absolutely. Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Yeah,
I mean, Wayne sounded like the moon from the Mighty Boosh, which just brought that to mind. Like for me, it was like BBC Three was my generation's channel.
Yeah, that's your shit.
You must have seen Monkey Dust then. Did you see Monkey Dust? Because that was BBC Three.
Oh no! I'm a massive I'm a mark for old Greg. Old Greg.
Old Greg.
No, the Mighty Boosh was just one. I mean, I bring it up now and people are like, "What's this? This is what," and I'm like, "This is what I grew up with." And it will still happen when they start crimping, that weird rap stuff that they start doing. People all of a sudden start going, "Oh, I remember this." I'm like, "Well, yeah."
Does he mean crumping? Is that what you're saying? Are you saying crumping?
Crimpity crimp.
Oh dear.
I'm not kidding you. It is one of the craziest surreal programs.
But I mean, people do still rave about the Mighty Boosh. It didn't really go under the radar. I tell you one show that did kind of go under the radar was Nathan Barley, which was Charlie Brooker's first written TV show that he had. This is before Dead Set. This is before Black Mirror.
We made the website for that show.
Did you?
Really? Wow.
Because I was working for an internet company in Shoreditch at the time, and I swear to God, they commissioned us to make the website so they could come in and do research for the show because it was full of characters.
It was full of people like the people off Nathan Barley.
Yeah.
It was so prescient though. I mean, he kind of predicted that whole hipster revolution thing a few years before it happened.
He's a total genius, isn't he, at predicting those things?
What hipster revolution?
I love my life as a dickhead. All my friends are dickheads too. Don't you remember the song?
No.
I have to say, when I heard that question, I thought, "Oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to say." But thank God you saved me, because when you mentioned films as well, I thought, "Oh well, that'll help me," because now if my wife were here and talk about TV stations, she'd be here till a month of Sunday. She will say all sorts of stuff because that's her field. She loves all of it. But for me, two films that would say that goes under the radar. Well, maybe one ain't quite a film, but the one film that goes under the radar for me is Koyaanisqatsi.
Sorry, say that again.
Koyaanisqatsi.
Oh, yes. Life Out of Rhythm. Is that the one?
A Life Out of Balance.
There you go. There you go.
I love that film.
You want me on your quiz team, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I love that.
Unless you get a really pernickety quiz master who says, no, you didn't use the right word. You said life and it should have been nature. No.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, and the other one is A Very British Coup.
Oh,
it were a Channel 4.
Was that about Brexit?
Yes.
No.
Kind of. No, it was about getting rid of the royal family.
In the 80s.
A very British coup is trying to get rid of second class because everyone wants to be.
Yeah, it was because
it was an accidental socialist state of Britain.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yes.
100%.
It's an absolute brilliant series with what do they call it? Keith Allen's in it. He plays a brilliant part in that. Oh, absolutely brilliant. I still watch it even now and again. And I think one a bit left field for me as a film is Dead Poet Society. I adore that film.
Really?
My Captain.
Talk about
Captain, My Captain, yes.
Yeah. Wakewood. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a horror film called Wakewood. It's Wakewood. Irish. I mean, it's filmed in Ireland. It's got Timothy Spall in it, and it's very pagan. It's not like Midsommar or Midsommar.
The Wicker Man, the original,
but
not the remake.
Wakewood is it's a bit more psychological, and it is actually really good. And it's one of those that like most people haven't really heard of, but I think it's really, really good. I think it's also the main guy in it. I think is the guy who plays Peter Baelish in Game of Thrones. I might be wrong.
Okay, because
True
Peter
Detective
Baelish,
season 1.
He was in Queer as Folk. He played the main character in Queer as Folk back in the 90s.
I would say True Detective, if you have HBO Max or whatever it's called now. True Detective season 1 and season 4 are awesome.
Okay, but not season 2 because that was crap.
That was the Colin Farrell one.
Yeah, that doesn't get a good vibe.
And he didn't really like sell the supernatural to me. So, but I didn't really like Matthew McConaughey until I watched season 1 of True Detective, and I was like, "Holy shit, this guy's got chops!" Damn.
Well, also to be fair, he's a bit suspect as well.
Wayne is asking who's seen Meet the Feebles. I'm going to put my hand up. Anyone know what Meet the Feebles is? It's Peter Jackson's second movie after he made Bad Taste. It's basically the Muppets. It's Avenue Q, which is a rip off of the Muppets. This was before Avenue Q, and it's these horrible puppets who are going to put on a show, and everything that could go wrong goes wrong.
What's the name of that film that Peter Jackson made in New Zealand with all them zombies?
There was Bad Taste.
Lord of the Rings.
There was Bad Taste, which was Aliens, and then there was Brain Dead, which in America was called Dead Alive.
Brain Dead, that's it. Brain Dead, yeah.
Because I think
it was hilariously funny.
Yeah. You might have meant The Hobbit, Mike.
I think he did make The Hobbit.
And The Frighteners with Michael J. Fox, which is a surprisingly very, very good film.
Tremors is really good.
Although a little bit of a rip-off of Beetlejuice.
28 years later.
Yes.
But how many in the chat have seen Garth Marenghi's Dark Place?
I've seen that. That's got Matt Berry in, hasn't it? Out of What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah, that dude from the IT crowd.
Yes, there we go.
You are the most evil bastard in the whole of New York City. But
Isn't he in a sitcom in the States now, Mikey?
Toast of London.
Matt Berry's. I'm pretty certain he's working in the States at the moment on something.
Yeah, none of us are working.
Second
what,
season.
Matt Berry?
Yeah.
He's in What We Do in the Shadows, which has gone absolutely mad viral.
Yeah, huge gig. Huge. Yeah, I was reading it.
And it's got lots of famous people in it. It's got Wesley Snipes in it. And Tilda Swinton, and it's just got all these mad random people just turn up for like one scene in an episode. It's brilliant.
I've been watching like just doing like a shot by shot with my mate who lives in Miami, Dark Place, and we're up to episode 3, and she's like, "This is fucking hilarious shit." And I'm like, this is what we do over here.
Just being nice. They're just being nice to you. Just being polite.
Bruv, watch Garth Marenghi Dark Place.
I can't even spell it. And getting you to spell it right now is just a task I'm not up for.
I will fucking drop kick you a fucking link.
Power to the People is saying Brain Dead, the only horror film to ever make me physically sick. The old lady, the ear, and the rice pudding.
Oh,
all we
yes,
need to
I
say.
remember that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I need to know
Thanks
any
for the
more
warning.
than that.
Thank
Don't
you
need
for
to
the
know anymore.
warning.
Great. You fucking snide fucking Indiana Jones. I will fucking kick this fucking thing up to you.
What? I didn't understand any of that. It was just all pure Essex bullshit. And it was just like, fuck, I'll fucking do it.
In brackets,
explain
abuse and exit.
Yeah, it was
I
a bit
think
like
he
a
said- I think he
Glaswegian
said-
starting
I
on
think
me,
what
but
he
from
said
Essex.
was, I'll be sending you a link in
Okay,
WhatsApp
you send a link to
the
that
program
would
I'd like
be
you to
most
watch.
delightful of you to send me a link. I would like
that. Yes. Decipher this and enjoy. That's basically what I'm saying.
But anyway, yeah. So we've had some really good suggestions. Well, Polonese says Criminal Minds. I think lots of people watch Criminal Minds. Wicker Man and Withnail and I. People know these films. People know those films. But yeah, when someone recommends you something that's just completely out there,
Watership Down. Has everybody seen that?
No,
Yeah. We were forced to watch that and be psychologically traumatized for life.
I thought it was great.
No.
As children,
that's a
I had to go and
write-off.
see it.
I
I had to go
liked
and see it in the fucking was it Plymouth Theatre when I was a kid as well. So not only did I go and watch did my mum make sure I was brought up with the film, but as a kid I also went to see it in Plymouth fucking Pavilion Theatre, and it's just as awful either way. Like, I mean, it's a great. Don't get me wrong, that's a powerful story.
I remember when the song came out. Bright Eyes.
I'm never fiver. Like me, my guy.
I would have really loved it as a kid. I wish I would have saw it sooner.
See, I grew up around that
Did
kind of
it say much
landscape
about
as
me?
well. Like the landscape you see in that in the original movie. That's the kind of landscape that I grew up around.
we've got Amy Walker saying Dark City.
I don't know that one.
It's got.
I'm gonna go eat dinner.
It's got Keith Sutherland in and Richard O'Brien from the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and Rufus Sewell and Jennifer Connelly, who is beautiful in this movie. And it's a science fiction movie by, I think, Alexander Proyas directed it. Maybe Alex Proyas.
What's the called again?
It's called Dark City. It came out a year before, or a couple of years before The Matrix, and there's quite a few parallels with The Matrix, as if they maybe watched The Matrix and then made this movie. It's very good though. It's a very good. It's a good little science fiction movie.
Out of us lot, like, how many people have not seen? Like, this is a little bit of a questionnaire, if you will.
Okay.
Goonies, Dark Crystal, and Karate Kid.
I've not seen Karate Kid.
And Top Gun. Let's go.
I've seen Karate Kid. Is that a different movie?
I've seen all of them.
Cozy wins on that front.
I've seen all of them.
And let me chuck in another little fucker. Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
Yes.
That.
Yes.
Oh, I don't remember if I've actually. I remember it coming out, but I don't know if I've actually seen it.
Great movie.
It's
Right,
amazing.
Highlander.
It's amazing.
Highlander.
Highlander.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Has the best soundtrack ever. It's all.
Did they ever make a sequel to that?
Big Trouble in Little China.
Highlander sequels.
Highlander.
No, the correct answer to that question is no. There were no sequels made.
No.
And then the conversation ends.
There's a couple of the films I liked, and there's like a couple of the seasons that I like. Not the first season of Highlander, but I think season 2 I actually liked. But then I'm a major Tolkien fan. And get into really long stuff.
There's a new Tolkien film come out, and it's Japanese. It's Japanese animation.
It's to do with Rohan.
The War of the Rohirrim, set like a few hundred years before the events of Lord of the Rings. So yes, I might go and see that.
Right, I'm gonna put a little stop on this. prequels are pointless.
Oh, I'm going to try and find a prequel in my head that's actually all right. There must be one.
No.
Well, The Godfather Part 2.
No, pointless.
The bits and it won the Oscar. What are you talking about? The Godfather Part 2? It's
Couldn't give a fuck. It's
half
pointless.
the movie is a flashback, so technically it's kind
pointless.
of a prequel.
Just pointless, right? Because they retcon everything, and it's like, do you know what?
Well, the thing is, we know what Robert De Niro looks like at the age of 80, and he doesn't look like Marlon Brando.
There you go. So just stop it. Just give it a rest.
Okay.
Just
all right then. I'll tell you what, Wayne. I will definitely stop making prequels now.
Yeah, I'm going to stop making prequels as well. I was going to make a prequel one day, but now I decided not to.
I just thought of a prequel, Wayne. Prequel. A prequel. The Predator prequel. That was actually good.
Oh no.
Now Wayne, how do you feel? How do you feel about spoilers?
I need an alert.
I don't like spoilers. I hate spoilers.
Right, he's turned into River Song. I have literally just had a brainwave. Trust me, it was painful. That maybe people who don't like spoilers are not fans of prequels because they already know what's going to happen. So they
Better Call Saul. Better Call Saul. There you go. That was fantastic, and it was a prequel.
Right.
What was it?
Well, can I just say before anybody else says out, I'm gonna go because in 5 minutes' time, my youngest son's birthday is coming up.
Oh wow! Your youngest son almost shares a birthday with Taylor Swift and our friend Patsy.
Yes,
over whom our birthdays.
In 5 minutes' time, he'll be 27 years old.
Happy birthday!
So I'm going to give him a big hug and say happy birthday. And because later on we'll be going to watch the football, and by the time we get back, he'll be out partying like it's 1999. So we'll probably miss it.
Cool.
So I'm going to.
And the beer is going to be 50p a pint. Oh, I wish.
Oh,
it wasn't that.
You've never stopped in Bradford, then, Graham.
If that's the case, I'm getting in a fucking Quattro right now.
You've never supped in Bradford, then, have you, Graham?
No.
No, believe me. In some places, it's dirt cheap.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
We're all going to Bradford.
Bradford.
Bradford. New Year in Bradford.
Oh, Mike, you fucked up. It's Bradford. It's
Bradford.
But anyway.
All right, take care, Darren. Thanks for coming on.
See you later.
Shut up.
Yeah, so I'm
going to shoot as well, guys.
A little call to action to all of you lovely people and the lovely viewers as well.
Go on then, because we're going to wrap up in a moment. So we've got 3 minutes. Hurry up.
All right, go to the 3 Million website and look up the Fix the Digital Status campaign. Download the campaign pack. And in there is a bust card. Print it out if you're going traveling and you have a BRP that expires on the 31st of December, because on it is all the information that you might want to give to a check-in agent in, I don't know, Australia, Papua New Guinea, New York, Paris, wherever. If they don't know what's happening with, the inner finessitudes of UK immigration rules, there's a handy piece of paper with a QR code that'll take them to the correct websites and everything.
Cool. Okay, cool. And we just got a point from Amy Walker asking if, or Amy Walker, is Back to the Future 3 a prequel? No, it's not.
Really. So anyway, good night, all.
Good night, Darren. Take care, mate. Bye.
Take care.
Vendetta's very angry, saying Highlander series was shit, capitals, with people who can't act, capitals. Like Sean Connery.
Wouldn't, so what?
I'm not getting involved on that one.
Great soundtrack.
You can compare it to the movie, granted, but
Shane is pointing out the Terminator 2 is better than Terminator 1. I agree. I also think that Empire Strikes Back is better than A New Hope. I also think that The Godfather Part 2 is better than Godfather Part 1.
Well, I mean, Jurassic Park is better than any Star Wars film. So.
Jurassic Park was better than Westworld. of which it was a remake.
I've literally just fucking ripped off.
How dare you? I loved Westworld.
Yeah, but it was Michael Crichton. It's not like he ripped it off someone else. It's like that movie What's Eating Benjamin Button, right? You know, the one where he gets younger and younger, right? The Life of Benjamin Button. That was written by the same guy who wrote Forrest Gump, which is funny because it's literally the same fucking story as Forrest Gump. It's this guy goes through life being all innocent, and there's a woman who goes off doing things, and then they sort of meet in the middle, and then they go off and do their own things, and everyone dies.
Empire
and there's
Strikes
a feather
Back
or a hummingbird.
Empire Strikes Back was better than A New Hope.
Yeah,
yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Star Wars
Fleshed out the characters a bit. Leah Brackett, one of the writers, was a writer of the great golden age of Hollywood. She worked on film noirs and things, so she knew how to write a line like "I love you." I know. Also, remember The Good Place.
I love you too. I'll give you a cuddle.
I think Svax mentions The Good Place there. Good Place is fantastic, but I think a lot of people think The Good Place is fantastic. A question for Cozy. Which Zev, the first or second?
Oh, first. All day long.
Okay, there you go. Now we all know.
No. Jurassic
it's a fact I now know, but I don't understand.
Wayne. Andor, the TV show Andor, based in the Star Wars universe. It's very, very good, and that's a prequel.
Pile of shit. Pile of shit.
I've got to drink some water.
Unbelievable.
Sorry.
You come up here to this moon. It's not a moon, it's a space station. You come up here to this space station and you fucking say that.
No.
What about Grange Hill Primary
School? I'll dump my proton torpedoes right in your trench hole.
Right, so Mandalorian and
Mandalorian's ace. Don't you even.
The first season was. The first season was.
No, but to the actual finale, it's like basically what we're doing is we're going to build a show that means we're going to use an AI Luke Skywalker. That's it. That's what they did, and I was like, all right, cool.
No, that should have ended at season one.
Andor was like some sort of like conspiracy theory fucking.
Andor's brilliant, mate. If you don't like Andor, then there's nothing down for you.
No. I
gotta go, Greg.
All right, Mike. Thank you so much for coming on, and we have a show that we need to be working on, don't we? The Orbiters.
We do.
Yeah.
We need to be
get that sorted.
To be fair, we need to have a little triumvirate about that because I know, Mike and I have spoken separately.
I need to get radiation shoved up my ass, and then I'll do all of this.
Yeah,
I can't wait for you to get that hot
What? With any luck,
you don't need a bedside lamp anymore.
We'll
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
With any luck,
glow in the dark
superpowers. That's how it works, isn't it?
I will film it. I will film it from there. I'm like, can you
I'm actually working on.
Can you fly yet?
I can show you this. Can I show you this?
Show us. BUFU, Mike, saying it was Molvat's Clerks prequels to Dogma, kind of. Yeah, but they were made before Dogma, so they're not really prequels. Dogma was a sequel to the Kevin Spacey verse, or whatever his name is. Kevin Smithy verse. Not Kevin Spacey. Oh, shit.
Badly. I don't think I'm going to be able to show you this. Oh, hang on.
I couldn't get on with Star Wars. I can't appreciate the story. Like Stargate, yes. Star Trek, yes. Star Wars.
What about Starman?
But it's
see, then I prefer Queen.
Karen, yeah, Karen Allen from Porky's. Was she in Porky's?
There's a preview of what I'm working on this week.
Revengers Assemble.
Bruv, you still not fucking sent me my picture.
That's you with a worm in your ear, Wayne. It's just
that's awesome, man. That's so cool. Right, okay. Well, we're gonna wrap it up there, unless anyone's got something desperately important to say in the next couple of seconds.
No, let's wrap it.
We've been chundering on now for 2.5 hours.
Wow,
it's quite impressive. And I think we all need our beauty sleep. I certainly do. I know. Oh, Doc is saying Babylon 5 trumps Stargate though, and I can't argue with that.
Whoa.
Stargate.
I'll go before we get on to Babylon 5. I'm going. I'm going.
I'm going.
Love you all.
I'm going as well. Thank you everyone for watching.
Just cut the feed.
Have a great night. Thank you for the chats. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks to everyone who came on the show. And until next time, I'll say hello, good evening, welcome, and goodbye.
Bye bye.